Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Look, Z, look. 20 minutes, Z. 20 minutes. What that, Z? What you got going on, Z? Look, maybe we used to 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, possibly 15, but Z 20. Look, regular streams, so there was some, had to, handle some business and because regular streams. So don't put it in comments. Don't put it in the comments. Y'all already know how this goes. And thank y'all for being in. Oh boy, who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Literally daily wrap up crew talking about accountability, and the women are showing you how account who? Who's talking about accounting? Counting what? Who? What? Houses? Accounting? Degrees? What? Accountability? What you talking about? Counting? I can count 1, 2, 3. Right? Oh, the exhibition of exactly what the brothers on talking about accountable commentary. What the brothers on Daily Wrap Up Crew were speaking on. They're literally exhibiting exactly what the brothers are speaking on. Shout out to that sister that just didn't want to admit she didn't understand the question initially. She got women, excuse me, confused with each other, right? Singular and plural. Huh? And she just didn't want to back off of it. So she kept on saying, oh my God, shut up. Shout out to Trick Daddy. Just stop talking. Clearly, you didn't understand the question. You started answering the question. You got checked, and you just kept on going because, once again, who gonna check me, boo? Accountability? What? Right? Sharahad Ali. Oh God, Z, could you get it out? Get the name out, please. Shahrazad Ali. There we go. Shahrazad Ali to Iyanla Vanzant. Iyanla Vanzant to Ebony K. Williams. Ebony K. Williams to Lauren. Accountability. Account of who? Who could tell black women anything? White men and maybe a couple of LGBTQ men, and that's about it. That's it. Black women, nope. Black men, absolutely not. That's not even a question. Who? Black men, yeah, right. So who could tell black women anything? No one. That's that to answer the question. No one. And that's essentially what the women said. No one. Who can tell black women anything? No one. Who gonna check me, boo? Right? Who gonna check me, boo? This is why my third link for the songs is Kanye West, right? Can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. If you look at the thumbnail, is the definition of negative liberty. So listening to the women speak about being accountable to self and maybe to possibly a close relative, possibly a friend, being able to be the one to tell them something or to give them a warning or to quote unquote check them, it's all BS. The answer is no one. That is what the women essentially expressed here. And this is why black women find themselves in the position they're in. 8 cents to white men's dollar, single and childless black women having the least amount of wealth in America because nobody could tell you anything. And if I can't tell you anything, I'm definitely not funding you. Right? Huh? We're going to get to the interracial relationship thing in a minute. I can't say anything to you. Negative liberty on the nth degree, right? Can't say anything to you. Well, eat this poverty then. Huh? The answer to the question, shout out to the brothers off of Daily Wrap Up Crew, is no one. No one can sell black women anything. No one. Not another black woman. Definitely not a straight black man. Oh boy, kill yourself. The answer is no one. The women were talking around in circles to say no one. Huh? No one. That's what they were expressing without overtly and outwardly saying it. No one could check them. Let me say this, and it's very important. to say what other black people eat does make you poop. What you eat does make other black people poop. This very weird concept of hyper individuality and of negative liberty is much of how the black community got here. No one can hold other black people accountable, black women, right? No one can say anything. A bunch of people in the black community, black women, walking around here with the who gon' check me boo attitude and demeanor and comportment. Huh? I'm the only one who got to suffer the consequences of my action. Actually, the political project of whiteness means that they have to be black people. And an individual black person, regardless of whether you want it to be this way or not, does represent other black people. Sorry. Huh? Shout out to the Daily Wrap-Up crew. Where the hell did y'all get these women from? Shout out to whatever man is piping down these women. Where the hell did y'all get these women from? Oh my God. This flies it. Listening to the women talk on that panel. Shout out to the dark skin sister that we didn't see her on TikTok, and shout out to Ed who calls it what the female accountability department. Yeah, she's part of the female accountability department. So I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the other three that were sitting on the couch next to each other. Huh? This is how the black community, and namely black women, find themselves in poverty. Because nobody could tell them nothing. Who gonna check me, boo? You know what? You're right. Nobody gonna check you, and you ain't going to get any checks. You right. Nobody gonna check you, and you ain't gonna get no checks. You right. Eat your poverty. Eat the struggle. With your no struggle of having ass. Yeah, that's it. You're struggling. Huh? Listen to these women talk and dance in circles to say, I do what I want. Oh, but how did Z forget to put that link? I'm going to put that link. Cartman said, I do what I want. Yep. And by the way, that's white guys mocking black women, because y'all saw the little y'all saw South Park when Cartman said that. Y'all saw that little head nod in the neck roll. Yeah, who was he imitating? Uh-oh. Who was he mocking? Yikes. Black women, white men got y'all number. Huh? South Park, everybody watched South Park, but mainly white guys. And they're mocking you. I do what I want. Uh-huh. Who gonna check me, boo? Exactly. No one. No one's gonna check you, and nobody's gonna write you checks. You're right. Huh? And y'all seen the clip. I went way back with Sheree talking about who gonna check me, boo. Arguing with a man. Yeah, he's an LGBTQ man, flaming like a mug. You could tell. But who gonna check me, boo? And she got right in his face and started yelling at him. Once again, black women not realizing you're arguing with a man. If he lifted up that hand, you'd be on the floor. Then put your hands on me then. Lady, y'all better stop saying that. Dear black women, stop saying it. Shout out to Passport OG. I see that think piece that he put out. Iceland has what, like, they're working on their the equal pay for equal work type thing in Iceland, and they're going further and further into gender equality, and the DV rate is sky high. Why? Because the women, the women step into the men, and they got to get corrected. Uh-oh. Sometimes you got to be slotted in the lane that you're supposed to be in. And to be slotted, sometimes it take, you got to, sometimes when you're slotting things into where they're supposed to be, you got to touch them to slot them into where they need to be. Mr. Z is not advocating. I'm just saying. Mr. Z doesn't do it, but Sometimes things get out of lane and you got to slot them back into lane. And there's no real way of doing that without touching what needs to be in the lane it's supposed to be in. You know, I'm just saying. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Huh? Uh-oh. Right. So you see these women essentially talking around. No one could say anything to us. No, the answer is no one. I'm my own person. Isn't that what the women were saying? I'm my own person. You're right. Own person your way in the struggle by your goddamn self. You right. What that comment say? Better usage. No struggle of equal pro individual struggle. Exactly. Uh-oh. Huh? And the stat says 62% of black women are single. Uh-oh. And the stat says single and childless black women have the least amount of wealth in America. And the stat says single and childless black women have 8 cents to white man's dollar. Uh-oh. Who gonna check me, boo? No one. You're right. Nobody gonna check you. Nobody gonna write you checks. You're right. Huh? Hey, you see what I'm saying, compassionate? Just a little straightening. Huh? Right? The answer is no one. No one can tell black women anything. How do you hold black women accountable? Black women said, hold who accountable? Accounting where? Counting? What you talking about? What language you speaking right now? Numbers? What? Shout out to Larry June. Counting? What? ABCs? What? Accounting? 1, 2, 3? What? And you could see the brothers. They're first of all, like I said, she didn't understand the question initially. When she finally understood the question, it didn't matter because she was still standing on what she was saying before. And you could tell from the brothers' personalities, they're like, this is exactly why y'all be single as hell. Look at y'all trying to justify the unjustifiable. Look at you. This is why black women are chronically single. No one can tell them anything. No one can say anything to them. No one can correct them. Let us have our experiences. You right, have your experience by your goddamn self. Once again, 62% of black women are single. Shout out to all the black women yelling community after they crash. You mean, Z, do you mean after someone tried to correct them and they ran that person off and then that person let them crash and now they want to claim community? And what happened to community? I want community. This is where Tory Lawrence, yes, it's a white woman, come in with the men need to learn how to be more collaborative. We're not being collaborative with these type of women. Absolutely not. Translation, clean up men. And we already know that's really what black women want. In case of emergency, clean up man. In case of emergency, break glass, clean up man. Nope. I can't go for that. No, no, no can do. Huh? It's crazy. It is crazy watching these. These are the women that Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to chastise you into turning into a wife. These are the women that Steve Harvey told you it's a man's job to take care of some wife and kids. Yeah, these? The women that are telling you that you can't hold them accountable? Who go check me, boo? Type talk? Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Turn them into a wife. Yeah. Yep. These are the same women, and I'm about to get to the interracial relationship conversation. These are the same women that every time they get around older people, every time they get around white folks, every time they get around non-black folks, these are the same women that want to recite some weirdo color purple story of how black men are going upside their head. Black men are not going upside your head, and you know how we know? Because they're not around you. Goddamn, Z. Huh? Wait a minute. Black women are saying that black men are dating and marrying out at astonishing numbers. Okay, fine. Okay. Black men are not in white collar spaces that black women are in. Okay, fine. Huh? Black men are dusties. Every time they see black men are homeless, or black men are lowly, or black men are losers, black men are ashy, but yet black men are also going upside y'all head, right? There are more black men in prison than in college. All this type of rhetoric. How are there more black men in prison than in college? Right? Y'all are staying away from black men. Too many black men are dating and marrying out. Y'all are also doing y'all whole swirl divester thing, but yet black men keep on going upside y'all head. How is that possible when black men are not around? Wait, what? Huh? Say what? And get into the conversation about black women dating out interracially. First of all, unless Buddy Rowe is Indian mix or Asian mix, whoever homegirl with the blue hair is, or purple hair, whatever color her hair was, whoever her boyfriend is, claiming Jamaican and he not black, shut the hell up. Huh? Mr. Z is Haitian, he is black. I'm not black American ADOS FBA, but I'm black. What are you talking about? And shout out to, I've been so wrong, and all black men are this, and black men are that, black men are. Shut your, first of all, y'all are entertaining broken-hearted, loser-ass black women that keep on choosing the wrong men, going through crap, and then say, well, I don't date black men no more because I tried to break the wrong black men and it didn't work. So I don't date black men no more because my picker is off. Excuse me. So I'm not going to date ADOS black men anymore. I'm going to date the Jamaican guy that doesn't call himself black. Oh, boy. This is why we look at New York Negroes sideways, y'all. I'm sorry to all the New York Negroes. I'm going to date the Jamaican guy who's black but don't call himself black. Huh? What percentage of black women are married interracially in New York to Latinos and Asians? It's not a thing. To white men, into an assortment of non-black, non-AOS FBA men. Huh? All these black women in New York talking about they're gonna go find somebody else. I've been to New York a couple dozen times. No, y'all not. Stop. Shout out to all the New York women talking about ending up with non-black men. I don't care if she's on some African spirituality thing, but she date out. I don't care if she's hood. I don't care if she's on that nerdy crap. Them white boys and Latino dudes, I'm not even going to mention the Asians, are not checking for black women like that in New York. Stop. I've been all up and down New York in the boroughs, not in upstate. Yeah, every once in a while you'll see a sister holding the white boy's hand. Yeah, you'll see it. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, you'll see them walking with the Latino dude. You could tell they're a couple. Yeah, but it ain't a thing. Stop. Somebody in New York, tell me I'm lying. There's a whole lot of New Yorkers. Somebody that's in New York, shout out to the replay gang. Y'all say it in the comments. Tell me I'm lying. Where are all the white dudes beating down black women's door in New York? Where are the Latinos beating down black women's door in New York? A whole lot of New Yorkers. Where are all of them with black women? Uh-oh. Huh? Somebody tells Z he lying. Exactly, Ishmael. That's all that's going on. Ishmael says they beating all right. They smashing though. Exactly. Those Latinos are running through black women. They not marrying them though. Huh? Let's be honest. The Latinos are barely even having mixed children with black women, and they definitely not marrying them, but they running through them though. I'm gonna date out and excuse me. Black men are this negative. Black men are that negative. Black men don't do this, don't do that. Yawn. Huh? So we have a bunch of black women that pretty excuse me, pretty much said, "Who go check me, boo?" Huh? We have a bunch of black women who pretty much said in their own way, "Who gonna check me, boo?" Then tell you how negative black men are and how horrible the dating black men is, and they're gonna date out while they're telling you in so many words you can't hold them accountable. Wait a minute, could that possibly be? Could that just a little bit, possibly just a teeny tiny bit? Could that be one of the reasons why you have such a horrible relationship with black men? Is because you're not coachable, huh? No, 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 not at all, huh? Okay, yeah, that's it, huh? You not being coachable doesn't have anything to do with why you and black men don't get along, huh? But you're with a Jamaican guy. Have fun with that, brother. Like I said, I keep saying it. I keep saying it. Y'all see these women from a million miles away. There's no way. Shout out to that brother, that Jamaican cat. You see who your lady is. You see the way she speak. Whatever happened to you, player. Whatever you go through with her, if you go through something with her, whatever you go through with her, hey, right? Wow. Huh? And Nubarian says those other races, I think you meant to say will sleep with them. That's it. Look, an attractive black woman is attractive. A sexy black woman is sexy. But we live in an anti-black society. And how anti-blackness hits black women is that non-black men, and quite frankly, non-black women, if y'all gonna go LGBTQ, ain't really trying to go down the aisle with a black woman. They don't want the weight of blackness to be visited upon them in that way. They don't want to raise mixed black children in America. They don't. So they'll engage, they'll partake, right? And black women know this. They know it in their bones. At least older millennial black women and older. I don't know about younger millennial black women and Gen Z black women. It looked like they're smelling their own farts and they actually believe their own hype that the non-black dudes are checking for them like that. But none of the numbers that we see show that, huh? Uh oh. And Vince says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. We just watching villain monologues at this point, right? Vince, it's bad. This is horrible because we watched it with Kevin. We're watching it with Kendra G. If I could find that video where that sister sassed the hell out of her, young 20, looked like she was early 20s, maybe mid 20s, but she looked like she was early 20s. She was with a group of her homegirls, and Kendra G trying to talk to her. She's sassing Kendra G, and Kendra G has to hang up on her. This is how bad they've gotten. No one can tell them anything. They're sitting in front of one of the sisters from the female accountability department. Shout out to Ed. And they can't even pretend in front of her. They can't even pretend. There's white guys that watch Daily Wrap Up Crew. Y'all can't even pretend. All y'all know how to do is throw black men under the bus. Them white boys are onto y'all game. The Latino men, the Asian men are on. Dear black women, if you don't find you one of these Christiany loser blue pill white dudes who think the sun shines out of women's asses and women are incapable of being wrong and women are infallible, if you don't find you one of those type of non-black men, if you can't find you one of those Latinos or one of those white guys, have fun with your black men ain't ish propaganda campaign. Them white boys ain't going. They'll pipe, they'll pretend like they believe you. They'll while they're shoving their member down your throat, and then they're done. Someone tells Z he lying. What the numbers say? What do the numbers say? Uh-oh. Huh? Wow. Huh? And Big Mo says white men and other men have been vocal in criticizing or critiquing black women's be attitude on Facebook comments. I get what you're saying. Yeah, right. Wow. The white guys know. We already spoke about the white comedian that mocked black women and told you he dated black women and they always talking negative about black men. And then he talked to his black homies and they're like, yo, you know what you gotta do now, right? You gotta smash her now. We're not y'all. Y'all the ones try to cock block with white women and Latinas. When the white boy tell us what they say about what y'all say about us, we tell them go ahead and handle their business. Uh-oh. We know y'all trying to dirty Mac with the white girl and tell her what you know. Yeah, he treats you like that, but that's not how he treat us. The black men don't value us because they didn't off your brother to make us you. Huh? They didn't win a race war against your brother to make us you. Uh-oh. Huh? We know y'all dirty macking with the white girls and the Latinas, dear black women. We know y'all talking all type of crap to to the white girls and to Latinas and to the Asians about us. But when it come to you, we don't do that because the white guy already know he a white guy. He already know y'all women of color, not just black women, defer to him. So we tell him handle his business because most of us, when you come off the white cock carousel, when they kick you off of Mount Olympus, shout out to all you black women. Yeah, I used to date interracially. No, they kicked you off of Mount Olympus. Ain't no used to. Mount Whitemanjaro, they kicked you off of Mount Whitemanjaro. Huh? Shout out to that sister with the white fat bro sniffling all over the goddamn camera. That's horrible. What, half a percent, 1% of white men are married or marry black women? Something like that, right? We know it's about the same for Latino men. We know just about a quarter, maybe the number went up a little bit, just about a quarter of Asian men in America marry black women, and yet black women talk about and talk to black men. Like, I'm just gonna go date out. Have fun with that. Huh? Say that and Addo says, ain't no used to, they use you. Yep. And we went so far now where we speaking about black people from the diaspora that's not ADOS FBA like they not black. What? Huh? You see what I'm saying, Mr. Shukti? You got it. And Mr. Shukti says Mount Whitemanjaro, right? A whole lot of black women, Latina women, Asian women, indigenous women trying to climb Mount Whitemanjaro, and white men pipe and toss. Even Asian women, white men pipe and toss. The ones that they keep the most, obviously, are more Asian women or white white looking mestizo Latina women. But black women, writ large, the more indigenous looking Latina women, white men are piping and tossing. Huh? All the women of color trying to climb Mount Whitemanjaro, and yet white men still, vast majority of them marry white women. No matter where he done stick his male member in. Adric said, me no black. Leon said, I know black. Exactly. Jamaican brother say, I'm not black. Brother, you're black. You're not American descendant of slaves. You're not foundation in Black American, but you are Black. Probably. We don't know how he looked. Like I said earlier, if he's some type of Indian Jamaican, Indian Black mixed Jamaican, potentially, maybe Chinese Jamaican, then maybe you could claim not Black. Anything short of that, right? And once again, Vince, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. This is insanity. This is shout out to Daily Wrap Up Crew. Y'all should never let Z see this. Who could hold Black women accountable? Clearly, no one. Clearly, no one. And this is why they're chronically single. This is why they're chronically single. Huh? This is why people are trying to pipe and leave. And that's for the people that's trying to pipe. Huh? This is the real reason why Iyanla doesn't have a show anymore. You can't hold Black women accountable. You can't tell them nothing. Our problem with Iyanla Vanzant is she was always screaming at us and yelling at us. There's no way to. There is no, and I'm happy that the sister said it. Part of the black female accountability department. Damn, Z, get it out. I'm glad she said it. There is no right way to say it. I'm glad she said it. Ease your minds, Black men. Mr. Z just talking. Right? There is no right way to say it. Black women, well, it's your delivery. It's the way you say it. No, there is no right way to say it. Y'all don't want to hear nothing. Fine, then. Eat your poverty. Eat your stagnation. Eat that. Once again, single and childless Black women have the least amount of wealth in America. 62% of Black women are single. Huh? Black women have a wealth of what, $5? All these stats and numbers, right? All these data points we know. And Black women keep up. Look, man, negative liberty to death. Negative liberty to death. Huh? Who go check me boo to the grave? I do what I want. Huh? To the grave. Huh? Fine. Eat that. Y'all couldn't even pretend on camera. That you know why it's always fascinating. Like, people, their personal lives, their private lives, when no one's watching, the real them. Yes, when they get comfortable, the real them. They're on camera showing their ass. Huh? Showing exactly, the brothers say who can hold Black women accountable, and they show you. They don't even just say it because they said it too. In their own words, they said it, but they show you no one. Right? Wow. Yep. You gotta love it. You gotta stay away from women like this. You got leave them for the non-Black men. Leave them for the non-Black men. The second you smell this on them, leave them for the non-Black men. Send them back to the manufacturer. Leave them on the lot. Right? Thank you, KMS. And KMS is it's the equivalent of pooping with the door open. Huh? We all know we poop. We all know that's what you went into the bathroom to do, but the door's closed. So plausible deniability, of course, until the door opens, but still. No, they pooping with the door open. KMS, they pooping with the house door open, not just the restroom door. The whole, all the doors in the house are open, including the front door and the back door. All the windows are open, and they're making all the noise they possibly can to push out those turds too. Huh? And if we gotta keep on going that analogy, then they wonder why no one wants to visit them or no one wants to stay with them. Uh-oh. Ma'am, you poop not just with your restroom door open, you poop with all of your doors open and your windows open. And you're loud. And we can hear the turds hitting the water. then you wonder why no one visits and definitely no one stays. Uh-oh. Huh? And I'm awful since so much for my lunch. Hysterical. I don't want to ruin your appetite. I'm not trying to ruin your appetite. Huh? And Red Falls Black says, um, if you're if you're white, you're all right. If you're brown, stick around. If you're black, step back. Um, or they just might attack. It's no good to live in a white man's country too long. Yep. Mutu Baraka. Yep. Yep. And it's true. Horrible that we're watching black women adopt that worldview, right? You're watching black women, or you've watched actually black women adopt this worldview. Who gon' check me, boo? And as the sister said, outside of their white bosses and maybe a LGBTQ brother, eh, huh? Wow. Daily wrap up crew, yeah, y'all really did it with this one. Watching that sister not just say, you know what, I misunderstood the question, and she wanted to double down. I really want to go into this. This hyper individuality with black women, this hyper individuality. I'm held accountable for my own. I have to have my own experiences. And she's essentially saying, what I eat don't make you poop, but that's not true. You live in America. The whole reason we even call ourselves black on planet Earth is because white folks had to call themselves white and label you black. Translation, the other, the complete opposite side, the ish eaters. That's what they're saying when they say black. You didn't have a choice in the matter, ma'am. Huh? Let them do them. Let them. What? Wow. And y'all gives you a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Let me see what this link is. Gives you a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Your soul is mine. No, I just went back to watch a bit of the after that I went back to watch a bit of the young lady speaking about why you should date out, and she kept on saying, I'm stamping that, I'm stamping that. In other words, I'm reiterating it, I'm standing on it. That's what I'm saying. And I'm convinced that all black men are cheaters and yawn first. Leave these women for non-black men. Leave these women for non-black men. Leave them for the white guys. But when I say leave them for the white guys, I mean in perpetuity. I mean for eternity. I mean until even after death, in the afterlife. Leave them for the white guys, the non-black guys, the Latinos, the whatever. Leave them for them. Leave those women for them forever, for the rest of time, until the universe compresses. Huh? Leave them for the white men forever. The second they speak like this, there is never no reciprocate. Well, you might be able to reciprocate. Actually, you'll probably reciprocate better than them because you can actually get the wedding ring from the. Well, you can give the Latina the wedding ring, the white girl the wedding ring, and they're more likely to say yes than the black girl is to get the wedding ring from the white guy or Latino guy. But that's neither here nor there because you don't care because you left her for the white guy forever ago, huh? Leave them for the white guy. Send them back to the manufacturer. Leave them on the lot. Huh? And these black men ain't loyal. Loyalty. Black women, you can't claim loyalty with that high ass divorce rate. Uh-oh. Black women, you can't claim loyalty with how many of you are single baby mothers. Yikes. You can't claim loyalty with black women having the highest DV rate. I mean, black women committing DV on black men. Oh, wait, if you really want to go there, black women committing DV on other black women. Yikes. Can't claim loyalty. Huh? Can't claim loyalty with how many mixed children y'all having with non-black men. Oops. Huh? Can't claim loyalty when you have 8 cents to the white man's dollar and you have the least amount of wealth in America as single and childless black women, but you would rather be in that position than be on a black man's program and get on a black man's program. Can't claim loyalty when that's black women's lot in life right now. Uh-oh. Huh? Black women throw out all of these phrases and these words and these terms, and when you check the stats, do the statistics, when you check the numbers, it says that black women have the least amount of wealth in America. Black women have a wealth of $5 collectively. Single and childless black women have 8 cents to the white man's dollar. Single and childless black women have no, they don't have much material anything. Huh? Black women, you can't claim loyalty when you are the mascot for white feminists who leave you in the lurch, who turn around, get married to white men, and leave you out there looking sick and single. Loyalty. Can't claim loyalty when whatever cockamamie scheme white women cook up, you the first one to sign on, and you're more enthusiastic about whatever scheme white women got than the white women are. Then the white women turn around and do their thing and then leave you out here once again sick and single. Huh? Black women, you can't claim loyalty when you're the one true believer of feminism, radical feminism, womanism, name them. Political lesbianism, political singleness, can't claim loyalty. Huh? Oh boy. Loyalty. What do you mean? Look, ma'am, white men not marrying black women after white men smash. Latino men not marrying black women after they smash. Ain't what? It's not even a thing. I did that on purpose. Huh? Asian men acting like they don't even see black women as sexual beings. In other words, non-black men not marrying black women does not mean that black women are loyal to black men. You don't get to claim loyalty just because the white, Latino, Asian, indigenous men aren't marrying you. Stop. Thank you, Mr. Shintu. The black women subscribe to all the isms. They're anti-black misandrous as hell. They're gynocratic as hell. And then claim loyal. Yawn. All this loyalty talk. Loyal to who? Loyal to what? Loyal. Loyal. Y'all wouldn't know loyalty if it's Z. Okay, all right, right. Loyal. Black women so damn loyal, but they so damn single. Loyal. Black women are loyal, and yet their average weight is 187 pounds. Don't you think if you were so loyal, you would know that black men or any man doesn't want to be walking around here with, and quite frankly, that's average. We know sisters is weighing more than that. And if we're going to be honest, not all of you got the weight in the right places. And we know black men are the garbage men of the dating world. So miss me with the 187, 187, right? The undercover cop weight. No, ladies. It's not just 187. Y'all walking around here at 250. Huh? Loyal? Show me a loyal black man don't cheat. Huh? Show me a black woman who's oh, Z. Whew, okay, yeah. Huh? I'll say it, Dr. Sabrina Springs. Show me a plain, kind, loving black woman who don't got too much sass and lip. Uh-oh. Whoops. Huh? Thank you, Adric. Deep cover ass black women. 187. Deep cover ass black women. That's what we should of the 187s, the deep covers, right? This is ridiculous. Listening to these women speak on Daily Wrap Up Crew. All of this does is exacerbate black women's problems. Black women showing their ass all over the internet and continuing to go further, further, and further, and further, and further, and further down the who gon' check me boo rabbit hole. This is going to permanently keep black women as the class of women in poverty on the bottom. Y'all can blame black men for that all y'all want. Black men got a higher marriage rate than y'all. Miss me with the BS. Huh? Ishmael says, fam, I'm 6'2", 220. Ain't no way you 5'4", 250. I ain't rolling. Huh? Y'all remember the sister that called into Kevin and she was like, because to make herself feel better, she would say, oh yeah, the men, they call me juicy. All these, man, black women, women in general in America, if we're going to be honest, but black women in specific, because the black community is a matriarchy, gynocracy, if you want to be accurate, all the phrases and the words and the terms they come up with to soften the blow, all the euphemisms to obscure the truth. Lady, you are big. You are a bowling ball. All the phrases and the terms and the words, not to hurt y'all goddamn feelings with the truth. Ma'am, you don't have any discipline in how you eat, when you eat, what you eat. And because the men, desperate loser men, black men, unfortunately, trying to get whatever vagina they can scavenge, don't want to hurt your feelings, they call you juicy so they can smash. Yeah, they call me juicy. What? This isn't. Imagine the women who say, and Mr. Z got a gun on him now. Imagine the women who say, this is the crazy part. No one could check me, boo. Walking around here at 187 plus, deep cover weight, huh? No one could tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing, ask Kanye ass women. Huh? Imagine those same women saying you as a black man, you're not loyal. Imagine. Imagine. Wow. I'm gonna read this one now. And Vic says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. I smashed enough people's black girlfriends hysterical to know that their loyalty is conditional, especially lesbian ones. It's a total joke out here. Loyalty, bro. Loyalty. Huh? Black women claiming loyalty because they have a lack of options. You imagine? Huh? And they're trying to prove to you as black men that they do. Once again, attractive black women are attractive. Intelligent black women are actually intelligent. Sexy black women are actually sexy. But once again, we live in America. Black women out here having a push for the Crown Act so that white men and white women can no longer be racist towards black folks about their hair and wearing their natural hair in its natural state. And yet those same black women say those same white folks want to marry them. Yeah, that's it. Those same white men, the captain of industry white men, are y'all are saying those same white men, those same classes of white men are perfectly okay with marrying you. Okay, yeah, that's it. Right? Wow. Wow. Huh? And once again, Vince, yeah, no, we know black women are human beings too. Women get horny too. Women step out on their husbands, their boyfriends, their fiancés also. This talk of loyalty is crap. Black women are claiming loyalty because the white men and Latino men, I'm not even going to mention the Asians, are not marrying them in any significant number. You don't get to claim loyalty because Julio and Chad won't put a ring on it. Huh? Not as I'm moving slow. I'm moving slow, Vince. I mean, I said Vince. Vic and Vic said, I just realized you skipped my other super chats. I'm moving slow. I'm moving slow. Right? Wow. And once again, thank you for the super chat, Vic. And Ishmael says, for today's stream, respect. And thank you, brother. All you saw with these two links are women told you who go check me, boo. and have wayward concepts of interracial relationship and what constitute a race. You date a Jamaican dude, if he not um Indian Jamaican or Chinese Jamaican, potentially some type of Arab, he's black, man. He's black. He may not be ADOS or FBA, but he's black. Huh? Wow. That's frightening. Huh? And exactly. And Vic says, and thank you for the super chat. Remember, folks, black women speak in catchphrases. And that's exactly what it is. Not KMS, I didn't skip it. I didn't skip it. And KMS says, you also skipped my super chat. Pimp sauce. Right? Wow. That's crazy talk. That's crazy. It's, look, the loyalty talk, specifically concerning black women, when it comes to interracial anything, is coping. It's black women coping with the fact that Chad ain't marrying them in no real number. Julio ain't marrying them in no real number. Lee and Ahmed not marrying them in any real number, any real significant number. So their coping is to say that they're loyal. And that's all it is. It's coping. And as Vic said, it's catchphrases. It's catchphrases. Huh? And Detroit says you skip mine also, Z. Okay, now yeah, I'm messing around. Right? Now I'm moving. I'm going, y'all. I'm moving. I'm moving. It's all coping. And they get to lie to themselves about whatever situationship or situation or F buddies they were with non-black men. I've dated a white man before. What Ebony said, I've tasted the rainbow. I've dated all different type of races of men. You dated or you got smashed in. Uh-oh. You let the non-black men pogo stick up and down your esophagus. Just because y'all did that for 6 months doesn't mean y'all were quote unquote dating. Huh? Wow, Trail. That Trail says Lee ain't effing with no kaiju. Jesus Christ. Huh? And that's another catchphrase, actually, Vic. I've dated all different type of men. I've dated all different type of races of men. Yawn. Where's the wedding ring, ma'am? Rest in peace, Kevin. One of the best things, and that's really the way we should look at it. One of the best things Kevin ever came up with, and he did, was checking them women about them goddamn wedding rings. It don't count unless you've been married or you are married. I've been engaged 3 times. Yawn. It don't count unless you've been married, ma'am. Wow. It's all it, but Vic, the catchphrases is the cope. That's where they get to obscure and hide behind language to make themselves feel better. It's all coping and capping. It's all cope. I'm celibate right now. Huh? You can't help who you love. I used to date men, now I date women. It's all coping. Huh? Wow. It's all black women coping. Quite frankly, all women in general hide behind this stuff. Black women specifically. It's all coping. It's all about protecting their little fragile ass egos and their fragile ass heart. Huh? That's all it is. I've dated all different type of men. Yo, man, if y'all don't get the entire hell out of here, black men aren't loyal. Black men are the most disloyal. Yawn. Whole lot of black women running around here with light skin, damn near white skin children, no man in sight, talking about who's loyal. Ma'am, who is the father of these children? Uh-oh. I see you don't got no wedding ring. So was it Brad, Lee, Ahmed, or Juan? Huh? Miss me with the BS. And KW Don says, and thank you for the super chat. Wait a minute, Jamaicans and Haitians aren't black? Use black and African, I use black and African as synonyms. Shaking my damn head. I get it. Um, I'm careful on African because there's so many people who could technically claim African, including Elon Musk, right? But I get it, yeah, right. But that, according to the young lady and according to her Jamaican boyfriend who was off screen, he ain't black. Say what? Mr. Z is Haitian descent. I'm black, right? Thank you, Ishmael. Redheaded stepchild phenomenon in the black community. Yeah, exactly. Charlie Theron can claim African, right? But yeah, this show, this particular panel or set of women on Daily Wrap Up Crew, yeah, this was. I don't want to say eye opening because I think we already knew. I think this is just a great time to reiterate what we say here about women and the lack of accountability, particularly in the black community. The fact that they struggled to say who can hold them accountable, and the answer was no one. That's what they were really saying. That's what they were walking around. That's what they were trying to say, but didn't want to actually say it. No one, right? No one could hold them accountable. That's the answer. And whoever is having sex with these women, whoever these women are quote unquote in a relationship with, have fun. You get what you get. You seen how they speak, you see how they think, you get what you get. Look, dear men, we gotta learn discipline. We gotta learn, especially black men, because black women are telling on themselves. Ooh, they telling on themselves. And your lame ass think you're gonna be the exception to the rule, or she don't mean that for you, or she was just saying that because she didn't want to back down from the argument, which by the way should be a red flag. Huh? Me either, KW Don, but still, right? And Ghost Matic says, Z, I'm Haitian too from NY. Like Daily Wrap Up Crew, that Jamaican dude is an outlier clown. In NY, we black, right? I get it. No, I went in on the Northeast a little bit earlier, but this, and I was saying, and somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Shout out to now that the room is a little bit more full. So all of y'all in New York right now, they all the boroughs, right? Maybe not upstate, but all the boroughs. Where are all the black women with these non-black men? The most you might see them is what, in Manhattan? Maybe a little bit of black women with some Latinos in Harlem. Now, really, huh? Maybe some in Bronx. Maybe, possibly. Brooklyn, not really even there, but okay. Bronx, maybe. No. Where are all the black women with non-black men? Where are all the 15 and 20 and 25%, let's say 25% of black women with, fine, that's a nice sizable minority. 20-25% walking around here married to non-black men. Not, shout out to Only Logical, not with mixed children from a non-black man, not them dating a non-black man. No, we count wedding rings over here. We don't count oops babies. We don't count who you're dating. Huh? Only Logical said they have kids by small hat men. Yeah, where's the wedding ring? Huh? Thank you. Black women with bum Hispanic men. We know, right? So claiming loyalty to black men, you're gonna date out, you're gonna marry out. Y'all in New York, man. I done been to New York a couple dozen times. You don't see black women walking around here with non-black men for real like that. It's not a thing, huh? It's not a thing. Y'all just talking, coping, and capping. My feelings. And yes, I checked out Sarge Willie Pete's, Sarge Willie Peace's, Sarge Willie Peace got Z. Get it out, Z. Lack of sleep, y'all. Sarge Willie Pete think piece. There you go. You see, Z, you gotta slow it down. See, when you lack sleep, start stumbling and you know. Um, Sarge Willie Pete's think piece on the CEO shooter guy. I might cover that a little bit later. We'll see. Y'all know Mr. Z gonna have to be careful with that because I'm gonna try to keep it talking about staying in lane. I'm gonna try to stay in the lane, right? Color in the lines with the conversation. We'll see. So yeah, wow. I'm just reading through you guys' comments. And thank you, Gabrielle. Yeah, thank you. And Gabrielle says, Z, thank you for being in this space. Your wisdom speaks for us, and I am grateful for it. That feels weird being called wise. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm like, wait a minute, wait, what, me? Right? Thank you for that. Thank you for that, though. It's humbling. Thank you. Wise feels weird. Am I that guy now? Z, you're that guy now. Z looks in mirror and sees gray beard hair. Oh boy. Huh? KMS. I ain't gonna read that out loud. Right? Oh man. Right? And Victor Creed says, and thank you for the super chat. He says, "Old girl didn't want to say how many brothers she dated because she knew it wasn't enough to blame all of us, but enough to judge her body count." True, true. That when he actually was like, when did she say enough? She said something like that. A lot, enough, something like that, right? Man, she said something like, "Look, I didn't. I'm actually glad you said that, Vic, because I didn't really think about that. I didn't consider that, right? I saw it as her. The best I thought was like maybe her just trying to cover how many bodies she had, but I didn't really consider fully what you're saying here. And a lot of it is ego protection, Look, ma'am, if you got your heart broken, or you were chased, or you got outbidded by another woman, that's another thing a lot of women don't want to say. Y'all are not exclusive. He's dating multiple women you may or may not know, and you just got outbidded by another chick. It's happened to all of us. Huh? That's enough. Z, how did you never bring this up before? I know, right? That's another thing. Women are claiming that dudes are not loyal when the problem is you just got outbid by the other chick and she might be non-black. Oops. Huh? He may have told you, he may not have said, hey, I'm dating other people also, and you just got outbid, you got outmaneuvered. Huh? And so now black men are not loyal, black men are cheaters. Yawn. Distance and aggravation. Shout out to Chris Rock. Homegirl just kept on going and going and going. Who can hold y'all accountable? No one. Who can say anything to you? No one. Who gonna check me, boo? Chronically in poverty, being evicted left and right, don't want to get on a black man's program. And these women may or may not be doing okay in New York, but the masses of black women think just like this, and we already know what their situation is. Huh? We already know what their situation is economically. We know. Huh? That's frightening. Thank you. And Vince is not even the educated black scholarly mental health professional woman can check her. Nope. Nope. Negative liberty. That's why y'all check the thumbnail. I have the definition of negative liberty. Right? Let's make sure we actually read it. Y'all give Z 1 second, because y'all know Mr. Z keep on talking about this goddamn negative liberty. Right? Y'all give Z 1 second. We gonna read it in a minute. Give me a second, yo. 1 second. Z, what the hell? There we go. Negative liberty is freedom from interference by other people. Negative liberty is primarily concerned with freedom from external restraints and contrast with positive, excuse me, contrast with positive, there we go, liberty. We get it, ladies. You want to do your own thing. Nothing wrong with that. Black men don't got to be around for it, though. Oops. Black men don't have to subsidize it. Yikes. Black men don't have to be in case of emergency break glass, community eunuch, in case of emergency break glass boyfriend, in case of excuse me, in case of emergency break glass quote unquote friend. We could just let you do your own thing and crash out. Huh? Dear black women, you could do your own thing. We don't have to be your community eunuchs. If you see someone giving you words of advice, someone telling you don't go there, someone telling you don't wear that, someone telling you I don't know about that, someone telling you why did you say that? Someone telling you you're too nosy, oops, too gossipy, yikes, too why are you over there? You be over there too much. Shout out to Fabulous. If you see that as restraining, you can have that. Once again, 62% of black women are single. Who gonna check me, boo? No one, lady. You're right. No one. Who can hold black women accountable? No one outside of her white boss. No one. Huh? And Vince is like the stream FD. Shout out to you, Vince. Hey, I'm just linking all these things together. Lefties want to know why so many young men voted Republican, voted for Donald Trump. Then, you know, they're trying to get these men to essentially be community eunuchs. I'm just tying it all for them, tying it in all for them, and saying, yeah, you're just not gonna plug us in like that. Nope, nope. You're not just gonna take away the incentive, give us these broken, bitter, a-hole women, condescending, rude women with college degrees, and we're just gonna be community eunuchs for them and play quote unquote community with them. Absolutely not. Nope. Nope. So if FD is listening, he get it. He been knew what Mr. Z was saying. He just was acting dumb. He was being obtuse. He get it. Huh? I'm fixing like the stream, Yanni. Right? Yanni ain't listening. But if she was, Yanni know because she's single from what we gather. Last time we checked. But Yanni can at least financially afford to be single. When you look at Yanni, when you look at Chrissy, they know why they single. They're sassy a-holes who ain't gonna budge from their position. And particularly with Yanni, Yanni could or could not end up with a non-black man. But Yanni looked like the type of sister, she want her a black man. She just looking for the dude with the money that'll protect, provide, and shut up. She want to be attracted to you. She wants you to get the giny wet, and she wants you to protect, provide, and shut up and have fun with that. I'm actually glad we went here with the conversation. This is why black women call black men sexist. The reason why black women call black men sexist is not necessarily for the same reason white women call white men sexist. Black women call black men sexist because black men won't provide, protect, and shut up. Fund it and let her run it. That's what makes black men sexist. You won't bow to black women's leadership while also funding it. That's what makes you sexist. BGS say, not who go check me, boo. Who go help me, boo? God damn, BGS, I ain't think about that. That's funny. BGS with the jokes. When who go check me, boo turns into who go help me, boo. Exactly. 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 Right? Exactly. Perfect. Actually, perfect statement, BGS. Exactly. And that's sad. Why is he? Because we live next to them and we're around them, and well, some of us are not. And they're our sisters and our girl cousins and our aunts. God forbid, our mothers. Yeah, and our female co-workers. That's why. Huh? When who gonna check me, BGS? I might have to do a whole stream about that. When who gonna check me, boo, turns into who's gonna help me, boo. Yeah, yeah. And once again, Vic, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And Detroit says, and thank you for the super chat. Black women, Negro, my name is Shao Kahn. Yeah, the clip that you sent. Don't you ever disrespect me about dental record fool before you get ate up with my throat punk. What? What? What you saying, Detroit? Huh? Right? Oh man. Insanity. This is sad. This is scary. To see three young-ish black women. None of them look like they're over the age of like 30, maybe 32, but they all look like they're under the age of 30, but still fine. Let's say under the age of 35. Right? So grown, listen to them speak. And you're supposed to turn a wife you're supposed to turn one of these into a wife. Wow. That's why I say leave them for the white dudes. Leave them for the white guys. Z, we all know the white guys ain't choosing. I don't care. Leave them for the white guys. They had the sisters sitting over there from the Black Female Accountability Department. Shout out to Edward Anderson, and they still was showing their ass. Huh? Wow. And you're right, Vince. If Yanni listening, she not really listening. Exactly. Right. Wow. And Black Widow says the one who spoke the most was triggered by the memory of her having done something that really screwed her up, even though she had been advised not to do it. Maybe, yeah. The one, especially for that first link, yes. And she just kept on going and going and trying to stress. It doesn't matter. And I'm glad Black Widow and BGS are here. This idea, I don't know where the hell Black people got this idea from with this hyper individuality and what I eat don't make you poop and what you eat don't make me poop. I don't know where the hell Black people got this from. You don't have the luxury of thinking like that. To be frank with you, I'm gonna just say it out flat. Every Black person in the West, quite frankly, on the planet, every Black person in the West, and every Black person in America, you don't have the luxury. The political project of whiteness means that they got to be Black people, and what other Black people do has a direct effect on you. And yes, your image. And yes, even though these people want to screw you over anyway, they use what other Black people do and how other Black people move as justification to do all type of negative crap to you. So yes, Black people, what you do does make other Black people poop. Yes, what you eat, yes. I don't know where the hell y'all get this from. Huh? It's not fair, Z. Yeah, whatever. It's not fair. Thank you, KMS. This is what I'm saying. And KMS says, we are shackled together by design. This is what I'm saying. Good point. And Compassion says, Z, Black people are true believers of neoliberalism. Hyper individuality is included. True, true, true. Vincent de Mama. That's where they got it from? Thank you. And Trail says, everybody want to be a Negro, but nobody want to be a Negro. Say that. Right? Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, when Black women say, yeah, she just kept on going and just really trying to emphasize the point that essentially no one can hold Black women accountable. I could do whatever I want to do, and other Black women could do whatever they want to do. You're right, and that's why 62% of Black women are single. Oops. That's why Black women have 8 cents to the white man's dollar. You right. Right? You're right. Z's background right now. Huh? You're right. No one can hold Black women accountable. That is why Black women have a wealth of $5. You're right. Huh? A couple weeks ago, I covered it. Yeah, you're right. No one can tell Black women what to do. That's why nobody's showing up to them goddamn mixers. Oops. Huh? No Black man is showing up to those speed dating events, those mixers, those matchmaking events, because nobody could tell Black women what to do. You're right. No one can hold Black women accountable. Who gonna check me, boo? You're right. No one's gonna check you, and you don't get no checks. No one's putting checks in your bank account because nobody could check you. Who gonna check me, boo? You're right. No one. Like BGS said, when who gonna check me, boo turns into who gonna help me, boo. You're right. Wow. Accountability. I'm glad that we're here now because it didn't even turn into what it used to turn into. Is like, well, it's the way people speak and delivery matters. And they just went full Augusto. No one. Let us have our experiences. No one can tell us anything. We're gonna do what we want to do anyway. Huh? No one. If anyone wants to know why the Black community is in the state that it's in, outside of just the outward forces we already know about the sabotage, if you want to know what the internal issues are, Exhibit A. I'll check it out, Vince. I'll check it out. right? If you want to know what the internal issues are, Exhibit A. A whole lot of women who told you, who gon' check me, boo. And then when they run into the wall of nobody wants to deal with any woman talking about who gon' check me, boo, or have an attitude of no one can hold me accountable, they hit that wall and then say, you know what, I'm going to just go date out. Oh, boy. And when white men kick them off a white White Manjaro, better yet, when they get kicked off of Mount White Manjaro, then they want to do the reach back. Shout out to Accountable Commentary. Ain't no reach back. Wow. Jake says, Jake said Faber. I don't know how you do it because I'll be in a constant state of anger if I still cared. Now I thought that was directed at me earlier. Troll says fifth columnist. Wow. Huh? Spademan said Mount Shaftia. Wow. Mount Shaftia. They're getting kicked off of Mount Shaftia. That's all it is. Homegirl said anyone but a black man. What did she say? She said, show me a loyal black man. Ma'am, black women can't talk about loyalty when they walking around here at 187. Huh? Black women can't claim loyalty like that. Right? And let me read this real quick. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. KMS says, black women who gonna check me, boo? Answer, no one. Also, black women who gonna check up on me, boo? Boo hoo. Answer, also no one. If I can't check you, I won't check up on you either. Q DJ Khaled, congratulations, you played yourself. Say that. You played yourself. Exactly. Right? Congratulations. You played yourself. And that's really black women concerning white women and their form of feminism. That's black women playing themselves out of position with black men, particularly talented black men who you can see is going somewhere. Black women, when they're young black girls, they're playing themselves out of position in high school, they're playing themselves out of position as adults in college, right? They're playing themselves out of position all over the place. When the camera's on in their face, they don't even know how to pretend and act. So they're playing themselves out of position when the camera's on. They're playing themselves out of position when they're trying to throw black men under the bus in front of white folks so they could get some white peen in their life. They're playing themselves out of position all across the board. Huh? Congratulations, you played yourself. They playing themselves out of position. All 62% of black women are single. 8 cents to the white man's dollar. The least amount of wealth in America, they're playing themselves out of position left and right. Because once again, who gonna check me, boo? And no one can hold them accountable. Well, right? Who gonna check me, boo? No one, man. Absolutely no one. You're right. Huh? Right? Exactly, KMS. I don't have to delete you, but I don't have to save you either, Batman. Huh? And if y'all check out the links, what's the links? First, well, the song, "Shut Up" from Trick Daddy. What was the second one? What was her name again? Kaya, right? F them other 304s. And the third link, can't tell me nothing. Kanye. All of them apply to this conversation and to black women. Huh? All of them apply. Black women telling everyone to shut up. I'm going to do what I want. And that's, by the way, the Cartman, I do what I want. That's going in the description box after the stream. Shout out to the replay gang. So black women telling everyone, particularly black men, you better believe it. Straight black men, even more particularly, you better believe it, to shut up. Right? Black women saying F those other 304s for any black woman, particularly the ones from the Black Female Accountability Department. Right? F those 304s. That's how those women were speaking. They were pretty much saying that up front of the system. That's what they were saying to her. Let us have our experiences. You right, we're good. Where we will let you have your experiences by your goddamn self, and there won't be no reach back. Enjoy poverty, ma'am. Enjoy the struggle by yourself. Huh? And can't tell me nothing, Kanye. Well, we already know that's black women on that. We already know they're on that. Right? And Compassionate says, Negroes have internalized post-structural neoliberal ideas like to each his own. Thank you, to each his own. You can be whoever you want, long as you believe. Oh man, believe. Long as it doesn't hurt anyone, I can do whatever, etc. But and unfortunately, that's not the world you live in. We're all interconnected. Then we have a political and social structure that's highly racialized. So you don't get to just do whatever you want. And what you do does have an effect on others. Once again, what you eat does make others poop, and vice versa. What they eat does make you poop. What other black people do does affect you. And it's a bunch of weirdos who want to do whatever. And by the way, they don't actually fully mean it though, because when the consequences come to bear, they don't want to eat that by themselves. We know it. Huh? Privatize the profits, socialize the losses, right? So when they're doing whatever they want to do, however they want to do it, or screwing whoever they want to screw, however they want to do it, oops, they're enjoying that singularly. When the costs come to bear, uh-oh. This is when they need their network. This is when they're talking community. This is when friends and family get in, right? The whole gynocracy got to help. What about community, Z? Translation, group reach back. Reach back to the group community. Huh? It's a reach back to the group, not just to the individual black man. Community, miss me. Huh? Wow. Wow. Yeah, and Trell says that was the go-to graduation anthem. Yeah, can't tell me nothing. Right? And what does the song, what did Kanye say? Wait until I get my money right. Then you can't tell me nothing, right? Black women. And the unfortunate part is they're not even waiting until they get their money right. They're not even waiting until they get their money right to start suing their ass. That's why they never get their money right. Ooh, goddamn Z. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Huh? They're not even waiting until they get their money right. So the question then becomes, black women, what exactly are black men supposed to do outside of SYSBM and Passport Bros? What other choice did you give black men exactly? What other choice do black men have but to get the hell away from y'all? Huh? Yeah, it really is. And Compassion says, what about community? Translation, gynopotestal African, Africana kinship. Yeah, yep, yep. Oh man, can't do nothing with them, right? Can't work with them, can't teach them, can't coach them, right? You know it's bad when even crystalline kerosene is like, boy, you can't do nothing with them, huh? Miss Swirler herself said we can't do nothing with y'all. You know it's bad when Miss Swirler, that's going in the community chat. I mean, excuse me, that's going in the description box also, I guess. You know it's bad when even Miss Swirler herself said they can't do nothing with him. Huh? That's bad. That's horrible. That is horrible. Can't do it. Can't do nothing with him. Can't coach him. Can't teach him. Can't warn him. Can't steer them in the right direction. Just let me do whatever I want to do and eat the consequences, but I don't actually mean it. Like, it's like perpetual teenager behavior, right? I'm gonna just do whatever I want to do and just leave me be. I can handle it, but you can't though, and we know you can't, and we wouldn't even necessarily care if when you can't handle it, all the fallout is left in the black community. You know, like that child, oops, like the poverty, yikes, huh? Like the imagery of another single black baby mama. See, if you said you could handle it and we know you couldn't, and then we just left you to your own devices, watching you carry that box and you collapse by yourself and we could just walk on by you, that'll be a different story. The problem is when you can't lift the box and you collapse, then the box just sits there. That's the problem. The box is just an eyesore in the middle of the black community. And it sits there and it starts to stink. Ooh, Z, what you talking about, Z? Sound like you talking about a different type of box. Oops. Ma'am, your box got too heavy. It looked like you don't let too many people enter your box. Huh? Ma'am, you're walking around here with too many bags, bag lady. Shout out to Erica Badu. Huh? You said you got this, ma'am, and don't look like you got it, ma'am. You're undressing yourself in front of everyone, ma'am, because it don't look like you got it, ma'am. Huh? Y'all just doing too much. Oh, y'all doing too much or y'all not doing enough? It's actually both. Y'all doing too much and not doing enough simultaneously, which is fascinating. Break the laws of physics. How you doing too much and not doing enough simultaneously? It's like eating too much but not doing enough to burn the weight off or go to the gym. Oh, goddamn, Z. There you go. Huh? Horribly. And y'all gives you a second, y'all talk amongst yourselves, right? Y'all talk as a matter of fact, I wasn't gonna do this before. Can't be here too long, right? Reckless stream is about to end in a minute. Well, the reckless part of reckless stream is gonna end in a minute, so I could do this now, and this actually gives me a little bit of time. Y'all give me a second. Can't stream for too long today. Today can't be no goddamn 8 hour stream or 6 or maybe even 5. Can't do that. But here's a link. Here's the link, and y'all could come up, like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, and yeah, for a little bit. All right, y'all. Right. Exactly, Vic. They're gonna miss the bus. That's what Erica Badu said. That's what she said. They're gonna miss the bus. Trust says quantum entanglements existing in multiple physical states simultaneously. That's really what it is, right? That's really what it is. What's going on, neighbor? What's up with you?
Well, hang on. This whole stream, I've been, you've been ducking my quotes here, so I guess I gotta do my hell with my smooth ass voice, because you brought out the TK Kirkland in me, especially that heifer had her hair up, and the couch said it best when she was talking to what she did. TK warned you one time and time again, fellas. These heifers, they listen to
Somebody's background. Please turn off the music. Somebody's background.
Oh, what's good, guys?
You just had to ruin my mood, man. You got a fuck up T to the motherfucking K's moment, didn't you? But anyway, like I said, they listen to respond, not to comprehend. At the end of the day, sometimes you got to look at these heifers and say, who raised you?
Oh, give me a second, name of please. Let me address this. And I am awful says, Z, did y'all cover the pic of black women watching America burn was actually stolen from a black male artist? I did not know that. Thank you for informing me of that. I will do my research on that. Number one. Number two, the whole like we couldn't be bothered, let it burn. Like we already covered the idea of black. First of all, like everybody kept on saying, how the hell y'all climbed up there in the first place? How did y'all climb up the flight of stairs or climb up the building? Doubt it in the first place. Number one, we already know that black women there and their diet and the physical prowess and et cetera, et cetera. But the idea that the whole city is going to burn and black women are going to be the ones who are impervious to it. Number one, if we're going to be honest, because of black women's socio-political position and their socio-economic position and just their economic position, quite frankly, y'all will be the first ones to get hurt if things go awry. First, black people largely in America are metropolitan people, even in the South. That's number one. So when them stores is dry with no food, most black people are asked out. Number one. Number two, how many black people know how to farm anymore? Number three, how many black people know how to catch their own food anymore? Number four, how many black women know how to clean their own food if the man was to catch it or they catch it? Stop it, not a real thing. So black women, if this whole idea of the city burning, but and you sipping your tea and your coffee watching, it sounds nice, it sounds empowering. It's once again, we're so above it. That sounds empowering, but if things were to go awry in America today, the first people to feel it would be the people on the bottom, and that's largely black people, but largely, more specifically, black women, specifically, again, single black women. We already spoke about all the. I have a thumbnail or a link in my community tab about kinless black women. So all of these kinless ass black women, what they gonna do? Just be on top of a 20, 30-story building sipping tea? Get out of here. Right? So, and I'll pause right there. That's what I have to say about that. I'm waffles. It's not a thing. It sounds empowering, but it's not a thing. Yawn. Yeah, y'all go ahead.
Elder privilege.
Yeah. What's going on, Black Guru? Or he might be preoccupied. What's going on, Better You? What's going on, Chaos? What's going on, Socrates?
What's good, man? What's good, man? Like I said, the Who Should Check Me Boo short midterm series is better said than because they always big up saying who's going to check you. Oh, don't worry, the system checks you, baby. When the men start pull back their wallets, especially black men, you're gonna still talk about this. Who could check you? Look, matter of fact, you can see the cries now, the crash outs. Yeah, I did content on this so-called lady that keeps putting her leg up in the air like she want to get screwed all up to Sunday, Miss Lewis. It's that same mentality. Who's going to check me, boo? I'll tell you, men. And they have done it very much in your face, and they're going to do it more in your face. So you keep talking that bullshit. But at the end of the day, unless the man pulls out his wallets and give you his little dollar, You're nothing, baby. You're gonna be in a submission. You're gonna get
Chaos. What you're saying is factually accurate. Like it's literally factually accurate. Number one, and then Vixen and this is somebody was in the back. You could come back up. I didn't. I just noticed. And Vic says two of them bras would have fell off the building. Unfortunately, like I would hope not, because that's a long way down. Ain't no recovery from that, bro. This ain't falling from the second story. This ain't falling from the roof of your ranch home. This you falling that far. But yeah, no, man, it's I think the one thing I know for a lot of y'all look and see like, goddamn, he's impervious to the BS. I think the one thing that does actually take, I'm taken back by is just the reiteration of black women's stubbornness over and over again. Like they just the reframing of it, them reassuring, like not reassuring. What's the word I'm saying? What I'm trying to look for? They just keep on coming back with a new way of saying the same old thing. Like I don't care.
Redefining.
That's not the word. Redefine, but I will go with it. Redefining it, but it's just them really just reiterating the same thing. Who gonna check me, boo? And I'm glad that the brothers asked them who can hold black women accountable, and essentially they did all this word salad to say no one. That's all that was. They did all of that word salad to say no one. Right? Yeah. So
I disagree.
go ahead, Benny.
I disagree in so much as this.
Well, the
It's
most
kind of
telling part,
Go
the
ahead. Go ahead. Black
most
Uru and then
telling
Benny.
part
Go ahead.
was the most telling part was the exasperation of that the woman when she was asked, how can you be checking, and the utter defeat in her voice and in her countenance as she described is basically nobody, maybe some gay guys, but essentially nobody can really check them. And it's like, I have no answers for you. In an environment which women can't check other women, it can be done, because when I was growing up, the women were the ones who were doing all the checking. It wasn't men. It wasn't men riding, over women. A lot of it, we didn't even really think, in our uncles and grandmas, we didn't even think it was our place. And more times than not, we thought it was going to be more trouble than it was worth, because we knew how the women were going to respond to it was going to be good in most cases. So you had to rely on the elder women, especially the more experienced women, to regulate the behavior of women. Without that, all truly is lost. And if you look at any community of women, not just like you go to Asian women, Latino women, it's always the elder women that they're keeping down all the hoishness and selfishness and being extra material and all that. It was always the women. Without them, there's really not much you can do other than tear the whole thing down and start from scratch.
I mean, but Black Uru, I brought it up a little bit earlier, and I think it perfectly applies. We saw this throughout time. We saw it from Shahrazad Ali. Goddamn, so you get the name out. To
Shahrazad.
Iyanla, Shahrazad Ali to Iyanla. We watched it from Iyanla to Ebony, and then we watched it from Ebony to Lauren on the Breakfast Club. We literally watched this through the generations. Right? We literally watched this through the generations of black women talking crap to other black women, as elder black women, as not listening to you, la, fingers in the air, right? We literally witnessed this over the span of what? When was that clip with Shahrazad Ali and Iyanla? What was that, like 30 some odd, 40 years old, give or take ish,
Yeah.
right? So we
Yeah,
watched this
I'm
over the
glad
past
you
40 years play
mentioned
out.
both
Yeah.
of them. I'm glad you mentioned both of them, because they both are emblematic of the breakdown. That instance was prophetic. That interaction on the Donahue show, it was prophetic, because it
Yep.
symbolized how we got to where we are. Because that's where the brick was. They both were emblematic of that struggle, and sadly, ultimately, ironically, a young side won the battle, and she's realizing now they lost the war, because you were fighting on the wrong side to begin.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry about that. Better you go ahead because we cut you off earlier. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's kind of my point. It's like a person who mishandles money,
Mhm.
who can't be told anything. Who checks them at the end of the day? You could say their future self or the future circumstance they create for themselves.
Mhm.
So the people who are unaccountable to these rogue agents, uh, I really think it's going to be that cold bed that they lie in. I think it's going to be
Mm.
the circumstance, the struggle, the environment, everything that they touch and thought they had crumbling and turning to shit that checks them, so to speak. Because,
But
oh, go ahead.
this is no, I'm sorry about that, Betty. And I'm definitely gonna let you continue up to this. The problem with and I'm going with your analogy. The problem with the mismanaging your money, we may not have the time for to have your future self be like, oh crap, because okay, you mismanage money, then you lose your house. You losing your house brings down the property value of all of our houses. We're all
Yep.
interconnected. That's the problem. We're trying to tell you to be careful with your money because you losing your house is not just a you problem. Yeah, we're not losing our home, but you bring it on the property value of all of our homes, though, when you lose your house because you mismanage your money. So and a lot of this is selfless because we actually care, unfortunately, and it's selfish too because bitch, you're gonna make my price of excuse me the price of my home go down because you mismanage your money. You see what I'm saying?
Guilt
But
by
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
association and
Well,
collective
that's
Yep.
accountability.
why in prior generations, people. That's why in prior generations, people did get in your business because they realized that if you get to a certain state, it's going to start affecting everybody. The behavior of your son is going to affect the behavior of my son. Going to affect the
Yes,
behavior
sir.
of my daughters. So I mean, there's no in the community. There's no people operating totally independent of everything. That's not how society works. It's all interdependent. And the fact that, we have a lot of generations of this individualistic mindset, particularly amongst black people, particularly amongst black women, I don't see any remedy of that because what the things you would have to do would not fall within the current legal system and constitution.
Hey, you missed what I was saying earlier, Black Guru. I was talking about, sometimes certain things aren't in the lane that they need to be in, and they need to be corrected, and they need for you to slot them in their lane. But for you to slot them in their lane, you have to touch them and move them into their lane. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes
Exactly.
when something
Exactly.
isn't in the lane it needs to be in, there's only one way to get it there. You can't talk something into the lane. You got to move it into the lane it needs to be in. Sometimes things need a little correcting, a little straightening, right? A little, I'll pause right there. Y'all go ahead.
Can I
I
say
don't want to say
something?
too much. Yeah, go ahead, and then yeah. Well, actually, no. Better you finish, and then we got Bruce on Wayne, and I think Naaman was trying to say something too. So we'll just, yeah. Go ahead.
So I'm actually glad Mr. Uru brought that up because the Villa folks, especially where I'm from, very communal. And the one thing that I can say that was akin to like a death sentence for like the folks in those circles, especially like my grandfather's circles and whatnot. If you got that excommunicado, like we don't fuck with you no more, like you out here on the island by yourself, that was like the death sentence because a lot of those folks they supported each other. Nobody paid any child care. They all watched each other's kids. They were all growing and sparking things. They were all supporting each other in a myriad of ways. And if people acted out too much and couldn't be corrected, then it was like, all right, cool. I don't know who you gonna go to. You just can't come back around here. And I think there's an element of that because with Irony talks about people coming out of black folks coming out of Jim Crow and being hit with the market. And I know it sounds easier said than done, but folks have to really truly realize that you can't run this race successfully by yourself without the help of anybody else in a vacuum. And honestly, nobody else is running it by themselves. White folks is helping each other. Everybody's helping each other. We're the only ones that are really trying to buy into this Americana that we can be the ultimate individual and out America.
Let me before you go Bruce on Wayne, let me say this. No placeholder says and thank you for the super chat. No placeholder says women are propped up by the system, especially black women. But black women are about to be really out there in the wilderness for real, for real. White men are attempting to correct white women right now. I don't think y'all appreciate what is going on right now politically with Trump and Vance and Elon and even Teal, even though he ain't even into women, but still, and Vivek and all the policies that I believe they're attempting to institute will pull enough white women back in the lane, and the whole propping up of black women is they're gonna be devastated because they were floating off of access money from LGBTQ white men and from white women. What happens when you don't have that access money anymore? Or what happens when the priorities shift? Because I would argue the left is going to try to go even more populist, but they're going to drop a lot of that culture war crap because they just got their ass handed to them. So they're still going to be lefty, but it's going to be the type of lefty I'm talking about, which is more economic. And they're going to leave the culture war stuff because they got their ass handed to them. What happens when everything that you're built on comes from all of that, all of the culture war crap, all of the access money that the left was able to throw around over the past 40, 50 years that they no longer have, and politically it's just not viable. Now what? So let's see how much propping up they're going to have over the next decade or so. I don't even think it's going to take that long for us to realize they don't got it no more. But let's see, and I'll pause right there. And thank you for that no placeholder.
All right. How you doing, guys?
What's up with you?
All right. Tak passe, Neymar.
Mabule, mon frère. Mabule.
All right, man.
What y'all thought about what I just said was? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry about that, Bruce.
Love, first of all, love, peace, and chicken grease for everybody.
Right? For real, for life.
I saw the pic, man. Looking good. I just hope you got some good rice to go with that.
All right. No worry. I'm my own chef.
He's one of the Haitians that cook, and that's a good cook. I don't be cooking like that. I'm out here.
Hey, we gotta cook, man. It's out of necessity. A lot of us have to learn how to cook. Mom said learn instructions.
My grandma had to taught me, man.
Oh, she taught you? Very good. Even better.
Yeah. For me, I'm not gonna check no 3 or 4. I'm not gonna check them. But what I want is for them to fall through the cracks hard. I want to be able to record them on videos and send the video to my niece in Haiti and tell her, you fuck around, this is how you're going to end up. When I pass away and I can no longer take care of you, or you're too old for me to take care of you, this is going to be you. So this is your future self if you don't correct yourself. That's why I'm not out here on some, I'm going to argue with them. Whenever they buck around and say, oh, I'm going to do this, hey, do what you got to do. You're going to be reckless? All right, go ahead. I don't mind. Because I want to be able to record them and say, this is what's waiting for the next generation. The next generation needs to see a few heads getting busted so that they can get the message. And I pause right here.
No, it was so Bruce Wayne, Gyeong Pil Ki Disa, for all of you that don't know it. I just said there's a lot of people that say that. So in this space, Gyeong Pil Mun, Tun Mun Disa no spasa. Right there, a lot of us. So that's the common, that's the going, rule over here, which is, as they mess up, we just show our nieces and our daughters and our younger girl cousins and the women in our lives that we care about, right? And we show them, hey, this could be you. Keep on messing around. Or if you're on the right track, hey, if you go down the wrong track, this will be you. You see your auntie, you see your mom, or you see your girl cousin, that'll be you. You see such and such daughter, that'll be you. Yeah, no, yeah. You're not the only one that said that. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You're gonna be the weirdo, the spinster that sleeps on a friend's couch. Who has to work 16, 18 hours a day because Ain't nobody trying to let you live in their house every day like that. Okay. Now you had one job.
So
No. Now you gotta have two to occupy your time.
Bruce,
Okay.
Bruce, I
Yes,
would
Black
also
Hole.
recommend that you I would also recommend that you have a serious talk with them about how they need to be dealing with these black boys. And it needs to be much more respectful, much more prophetic, or much more perspective in nature. Because this is going to be your protector. This is going to be your husband. This is going to be your this is going to be everything for you potentially. How should
No,
you treat
and
this
I do.
boy who
So
likes
sorry,
you?
sorry.
You know, how should you treat the little boy with the glasses, but got is good in algebra, for example? How should you treat him? Because
Oh,
10 years from now, a whole lot of other people are going to be grabbing. So how are you going to position yourself, 9, 10 years old girl? How are you going to position yourself that you looked at more favorably when it's important for you to look?
okay. Can I say? Can I respond
Yeah.
now?
Wait, real quick, Bruce. Wayne. Let me actually say, son, and it may not necessarily even have to be about romanticism. Just you were the nice girl in class that treated him respectfully and kind, and so you never know who you bump into in 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. You never know who's gonna look out for you in 20 years. You never know what office you're walking in for that job in 20, 30 years, and 15 years, and 10 years. So you being, oh, that's such as, oh yeah, I went to school with her. Oh yeah, she was always nice to me. Yeah, yeah. Right. So yeah, so going to what Black Uru saying, yes, yeah, I agree with him. But yeah, go ahead. And then after that, we'll get David. Go ahead.
Well, I argue only with them Haitian women who want to be quote unquote feminists. I argue with them on social media all the time because I see this cancer festering in
Yeah,
Haiti.
we got him. We got him.
I see all them Instagram pages spewing their misandry. That I think we have enough problems. That's not one problem that we should be dealing with as of right now. I speak to them, but unfortunately, many of them will not see the light. They can't. I've looked at them, I spoke to them, and said, "Hey, this one cannot be saved. Let it go."
Hey, they're like Amanda Marianne right now. Ukoni
Yes.
Aisha?
Yeah, they forgot that they're
Yeah,
Haitian. Like, hey,
yeah.
Sway, let me tell you something. Do you realize that
Mhm.
there is no Section 8 for you in Haiti, right?
Yeah.
You realize ain't no week, ain't no free food, no free
Hmm.
shelter, none of that. And
Hmm.
you're on the type of shit. Are you for real? You gonna turn them already feral Haitian men against you? Good luck.
Hmm.
I mean, like we know when they come into different environments and spaces, it's kiss my ass to everybody. Well, to black men, right? So yeah, no,
Like Della Reese.
yeah. And it's not going to be fruitful for them. We already see the numbers for black women writ large when it comes to poverty, and that that's the thing that really gets me, man. Like your stink is not just on you, man. You stinking up the place, right? The stench is stinking up the whole place, right? So what they eat does make us poop, and I'm gonna continue to reiterate that we are attached by the hip, unfortunately, to black women. That's why having them correct their behavior, or us having to correct their behavior, yeah. So us having to correct their behavior, it's paramount. There is no black man upliftment without moving them out the way or moving them into their lane,
Mm.
right? And it's just, we like Black Uber has said, like we need white men to stay in their lane so that we can put black women back in their lane, right? So yeah. And go ahead, Naaman, go ahead.
The problem is like, first of all, I don't know if anybody y'all remember this, but if y'all remember, H. Rap Brown had a speech about collectivism versus individualism,
Yeah,
and
but I haven't watched that in like 10 years.
you got to listen to it because basically it's everything. I mean, even Professor Black too keeps hammering this point time and time again. Black folks, whenever one of us does something great, we're happy for them, but white folks try to say, no, he did that individually because of his own merits. But if one of us does something wrong, we're all held collectively responsible for that action because they believe in collective punishment. guilt by association for us. But it's a double standard when you see it that way. If one white guy succeeds, the whole race says we all succeed. If one of them messes up, they say, that's on him only. And black women, I think the same way applies for them. This is why Eddie Griffin said the two biggest races in the world are white men and black women. And black women, you're showing your whole ass. Patrice, I mean, when I watched that thing on, what's the name of the podcast you were talking about? The one with all
Daily Wrap Up Crew.
The Daily Wrap Up Group.
Yep.
That whole setup. I don't know if you ever listened to the Black Phillip show. It's the same setup. Only difference was like Patrice would go back and forth, and at some point, instead of just going back and forth, he would tell the guy, the sound engineer, to turn off whoever was talking's mic off, and tell her, you got out of pocket, because that's how he had to introduce consequences to them and hold them accountable. And he said, if you want to talk, all right, but you better choose your words wisely, because whatever you say could cost you your ability to talk for the rest of the show. And anytime he asked him, so what's the problem? I remember there was a time where Yamanika Saunders was on the episode. This was episode 6. It was a time when he came to the show frustrated because he was arguing with his girl on the way to the show. And she came to the show, and they were going back and forth. And
look how long ago Patrice O'Neal passed. Yamanika is the same person.
Yamanika.
Yeah, she's the same person. That's a little butterbean troll ass sister that's mad that she looked the way she looked, and she can't get the men to commit.
Bills.
And there you go. And then you wonder why every time you see her, she got something negative to say about black men. Lady, have you looked in the mirror? It's not just black men. If it was just black men, you would have had the wedding ring from the white dude already.
If you think it was bad enough when she was on Patrice, she made success. She made 3 appearances on Dante Nero's Beige Phillip show.
Yeah.
The first time, I remember, I ain't gonna lie. One, because I used to follow the Beige Phillip on Facebook, all right? I used to follow their Facebook page. And there's a picture, there was this meme, they have a picture of Dante with Yamanika. It was really ridiculous. And I remember on the caption, I just said, it said that a leopard cannot change its spots, but that doesn't mean it can bleach its fur white and try to reinvent itself as a snow leopard. Think about that.
The thing with Yamanika specifically. So we know she occasionally is on Comedy Hype or something like that. We've seen her throughout the years pop up here and there. She's always neck rolling. She's always talking negatively about black men. But everyone knows why, right? We all know why. And what I always find fascinating about black folks, black women in specific, when they do the whole black people treated me so badly, is, but you're around white folks and they completely ignored you and acted like you didn't exist. It's actually in many ways worse. Okay, black people do that to you. Oh, but black people ignore me because, okay, all right. The whole idea that I hold black people to higher standards because I'm black is just a bunch of coward ass talk. And I'm bringing that up about Yamanika in particular, because that's what it really is, right? It's like the black men ain't choosing me. Yeah, because you're loud and obnoxious. You're loud and obnoxious and not necessarily that attractive. Exactly. And unattractive. And you direct that anger at being loud, obnoxious, and unattractive towards black men. Fine. Where's the white man's wedding ring? You know why you don't have that? Because they ignore your ass. Yamanika she's been in Hollywood for how long? 30 years? 20 some odd years?
New York.
At least.
New York.
And yeah, but I'm saying when I say Hollywood, I mean famous. She's been out there for at least what, 30 years at least, right? Maybe 20 some odd years at the least.
I mean, if you listen to her on Black Phillip, when she was on the show.
Yeah.
But she talked about when Patrice asked her, "You in a relationship?" She said, "I just got recently dumped." And he asked her, "So why is it you got dumped? Why?" I guess he said, "I wasn't ladylike." What do you mean by ladylike? I guess not sucking his dick enough times or something like that. And then Patrice even grilled her and grilled her and grilled her. And just like T.K. Kirkland said, she kept listening to respond, not to comprehend. And anytime he asked her, and there was a point where he asked her, what is the male perspective? And she was just saying all this word salad. She was just doing all this mental gymnastics. And she also tried to hide behind the fact that, she came from a Christian household because she was born and raised in Silver Spring, Maryland, same hometown as Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
But she's 5'4", 400 plus pounds. Just like pushing 3 bills. She was also in what's the name of that comedy special that was on Netflix? It was like where he had each comic had like 20 minutes. I think it was The Degenerates. The Degenerates, season 2 of The Degenerates. She's on.
It's crazy. I don't want to go too far into it, but I think no. I just want to end with this point. On Yamanika, she is so emblematic of a lot of women, particularly black women. Everything from the weight to the attitude to the fact that the reason why you act the way you act is because you ain't the cute slim chick.
She wasn't the only one either.
Right?
If you, I mean,
so,
there was also
wait a minute. Wait, we gotta wait. You know, too far off the expressway.
I'm just gonna mention.
Yeah. No, that's why I was. That's why I just said I'll end out with that because we'll get back to it. But yeah. Anyway, okay.
Z.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're a colorist.
I know, right? I know. Meanwhile, I just watched the clip of who is this dark skinned gorgeous ass sister who said she done with trying to go out for what model of the year type thing. Super fine. But she might be a little too slim for me. But model sister, yeah, dark midnight darkness, and she fine as hell. I forgot her name. What's her? Who sit? Oh my god, what is her name? Somebody know it because we all watch the goddamn same videos. Who saw it? Somebody gonna say it. Somebody gonna say her name. But yeah.
Wait, is she ADOS or Western?
No, she's African. She's African. Somebody know who I'm talking about. Yeah, but yeah.
Like South Sudanese.
No, what was her name? Ayoki. That's not Ayoki. I want to say Ayoki so bad. It's oh my god. I'm gonna look it up. Well, I'm not gonna be able to look it up.
She's South Sudanese. South Sudanese.
What's the name?
Anouk.
That's the one. That's the one. Thank you. I knew somebody was gonna get it. Yeah, that's the one.
She's South Sudanese.
Cute as a button. She lost to the bland ass. And I done seen some badass white women. She lost to the bland ass white woman. I get it.
No, she lost to a transgender woman.
Yeah. I heard.
Transgender woman.
was that Passport OG? Who covered that? Was that Passport OG? Where did I watch it? God damn. I'll be watching so much stuff. I'll be forgetting what I saw it. Oh, YouTube junkie over here. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Socrates, and then we'll continue. Yeah. Yellow.
Socrates.
Bueller. All right. I guess next better you, and then we'll just circle around and when Socrates is ready, he'll talk.
Welcome to the Bedside Baptist, folks.
I know somebody else can go. I'm gonna still I can't quite talk.
All right, Chaos or Bruce, and then we'll get Naima, and then we'll just or if it definitely Black Guru if you want to jump in, but yeah. All right, so I'll read this now then, and no placeholder says hashtag stop mismanaging your life while being black. For real though, I mean, look, we're gonna stumble, we're gonna do dumb stuff. Sometimes the dumb stuff is irreversible. That's understandable. You still have to live your life, but for me, it's as if many of us are not mindful that once again, what you do does affect others. Number one, the ripple effects of your life is what I'm saying. Number one. Number two, it's as if the fight is to be white, not for freedom, but to be white. To be
wait.
What is it? Free, white, and 21 for many, huh?
I think that their definition of white is a fantasy, because when they say white, they're not talking about how white people really live and really are. Because the average white person does not live in the top 5 or 10%. That's not.
No, I agree with you. I agree.
The average white person. The average white person lives in rural America. They're just getting by. You can look at the medium income. You look at the medium household wealth, and if they do have wealth, it's probably tied to their house. That's it. That's probably falling apart and being dilapidated. And so the thing about black women is that, the Cyberhops has done a work on them, has done quite the bang up on them. They have this fantasy about what it means to succeed in America, which is propagated to them and is based on commercialism and not anything real or tangible. They have this feminist socialization which means that they're contemptuous towards men and believe they're competing against men. And ultimately, you can't really compete against men. I mean, just from a biological standpoint, men will outcompete women, ceteris paribus, all things being equal. And this is where it stands. I feel sorry for them.
No, I agree. I agree. Yeah, and definitely with the fantasy part. That's the thing. It's not. Look, are there wealthy white folks? Yes, but as Socrates is saying, most white folks, and most people on planet Earth are not in the top 5%. So what you're actually talking about is a power position, so that you can do whatever you want to do free of consequence. That's what it really is. I want a free of consequence position, but that doesn't exist on planet Earth.
Not. It's like media and stuff, right? So I have this thing where I say like mainstream media is directed by a certain class, a certain sliver of the population that's projecting and also have issues. I believe these people were probably middle to upper middle class, but they were nerds and probably socially marginalized. So they have this obsession with trying to present this fantasy world where everyone's rich and everyone's powerful, and it's simply not true. It's so not true that I can't even begin. Let's look at the statistics. Look at the stats. The average American, the median income is like $38,000, probably to $40,000. That's median. That's all races. Even amongst white people, it's about 42. White males are 42,000. It's not that much higher. Combined together, it's about 80,000 if you put a man and a woman together, which is how it's supposed to be. This idea that everyone's living this jet set life is absolutely not true. Most Americans don't have. 60% of Americans don't have $500 to their name for emergency. Even less have 1,000. Most of them don't have their investments. 10,000 in credit card debt. No, it's just not true.
Ooh, 10,000.
And of course, the media or politicians don't want to talk about it. And taxing the rich is not going to save it. It's going to fix the situation, because if you take all the wealth of all the wealthy, it will not cover the $33 trillion that is owed currently. So,
wow.
We need some truth. We need some honesty. Huh? What you said?
Excuse me, Z.
For real.
What you said?
No, I might have broke up. I was saying more like 35 trillion.
Yeah, no. If you take all the money from all the billionaires, if you take all the money from all the million, billionaires, and because you can calculate this, it's not going to cover it. So my question is like, really, what are we planning to do?
You're right.
Nobody wants to be honest about the reality. The reality is that, again, a lot of the wealth and a lot of the gains has been wasted away. 1950s was an aberration due to World War II, and the fact that the whole world was bombed out and depleted, and America was the sole global power to sell to the rest of the world. Competition drives down prices, so once the world is able to compete, the wages would actually be driven down. This notion that wages is going to continue to rise indefinitely is a fantasy. And if you do want this kind of growth, you're going to have to do something in the spirit, which I would say incentivize family formation, having kids, because we need more people, more population to have more services, and also cut costs. But of course, I don't think that's going to be something that's favorable to a lot of people. I mean, cut the cost of government, that is. Put the more capital into the market so you can sell services to these new families.
I don't think that'll happen either. I think even if you put more money into the market, I think the elite just hoover up the money.
I think
they're just going to hoover.
They like that. See, the thing is that they do chase. Like, think about how
we literally just witnessed it during COVID, didn't we? We literally just witnessed it during COVID. When you look at where the money went for COVID, there was a breakdown of this. Goddamn, I'm gonna put it in my community chat. I'm gonna put it in my community chat where they broke down where the money went during COVID, and it was like that's why they called it the K-shaped recovery, because most people were mobily downward, and like the handful of sliver of like corporate CEOs were like they were just making millions and billions hand over fist. So that's why they called it the K-shaped recovery.
Yeah. So there's a difference between, like, it depends on how, quote unquote, the wealth is generated. So the wealth is generated through house appreciation and stock appreciation. Then yes, there's a situation where it's hoarded. But if it's cash payments and it's transacted through buying and selling, then it goes into the economy. And what I want is more economic activity. That's actually what's going to create more wealth for everyone. More economic activity. If you have more people, right, you need more services. If you have more services, you get the capital to provide those services, and you have more businesses, deregulate, make the competition fair, etc. But of course, this means that certain people who've been living pretty and been living good under the current regime are not going to be as well off. But I don't think that's the issue. But that's the situation we stand now. Nobody wants to talk about it because the people who currently should be talking about this are basically paid off and co-opted. They don't want to tell the truth. The truth is, something's got to give.
The current state of affairs.
Yeah, something got to give. If you look at the school system, like universities, why are there so much more administration and administrators than actual professors and anything have to do with education? What's up with that? Where's all the money going to? What's driving the cost of tuition? Why does tuition have to be so expensive? And any effort to really bring down tuition is actually they go against it. It's like because why can't we have an online model that's accredited, or like the University of the People, which is accredited? And I believe that should be a good option. Like there's ways to make things more affordable, but of course, if you do that, someone who's benefiting from it is going to be upset.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And let me say this: no place. So once again, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And I think Nema was trying to say something. Go ahead, Nema.
No, the Sudanese model you were mentioning earlier, she's South Sudanese. Her name is Anokiai.
Yep, that's the one.
Anokiai. There's another one called Niakim and what's her name? Niakim Gatwich and everything. These are all South Sudanese, and I'm sorry, Z, but they all tower over you.
What that mean?
Anoki is like damn near 5'10" and a half, pushing 5'11".
He really don't understand Black American culture, y'all. What did I say when you said she towers over me, Nema?
You're 5'9".
What did I say when you said she towers over me? What did I say?
It don't matter to you.
No, that's not what I said. I said what that means. But it does. I am saying it don't matter to me. But I said what that means. Translation. And you're right. It don't matter to me. Yeah, that don't mean anything to me. I've never been one of the brothers that's insecure about dating a woman that's taller than me. I've only dated one woman that's taller than me, but I've never been one of them brothers that's insecure about
both you and
Absolutely
Jules.
not.
Not am I. I've dated a woman that was 6'3". I'm 6'1". So
promise you,
with heels, she had to bend down and talk to me. I don't care.
Did you exactly? That was literally you beat me to the question. I was about to say, did you care? We really don't care.
No, don't care. Yeah, I'm like, taller the better.
Right. My preference is shorter, but trust me when I say I don't care. Well, like if I find you attractive and you're taller than me, yeah, the Brazilian chick I was, yep, I used to work with her. I'm 5'9". She had to be all of 6 feet. What that mean? Nothing.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why. I'm not sure why guys would even care. Like, why do you care that she's taller than you?
I get it, and especially depending on where your masculinity is, right? How you think about these things. I get it. It's just not, excuse me.
What masculinity? Like she can't.
Like there's certain dudes they have to be more physically imposing than their lady, and height is definitely one of those things, right?
Yeah, but she's not. Yeah, but she's not muscular, right? So just because she's taller doesn't mean she's physically dominating anything. Like
no, but then again,
there's a number.
I want her to put her legs on my shoulders. Just wrap your leg on my shoulder, and I got you.
Man, I was in a club. So this girl, she was from what's that African country with all those biracials? You know what I'm talking about?
South
Amber Rose is from it.
Oh no, Cape Verde.
Yeah,
so she was from but that's an island though. But yeah. Either way,
so her and her sister, they were just tall, like tall sisters. They were like 6'3", 6'4", right? And when she would like sit with me, she would curl up and try to look smaller, right? I think it was hilarious. But yeah, she's a big woman. I'm like, hey, whatever.
She was insecure about it, but you weren't.
Oh, she absolutely was insecure about it. But I didn't care. Like I'm like, whatever, man. Like it did look funny though, because she was tall. Like she was. Like, because she wear heels too, so she would literally have to like bend down to talk to me.
Yeah, but let me pause you right there, Socrates. But I'm gonna let Nema finish up with that, and we got Leon because Leon was trying to speak too. But go ahead.
I'm just looking at these women and everything. I'm like, yo, this is up my alley because I got a cousin who's got a thing for South Sudanese chicks and everything, and I'm 6'3", and when you were mentioning models, I was thinking like, what's her name? Winnie Harlow. You know what I'm talking about? Hello?
I'm sorry about that. They were preoccupied. Keep on going. Keep going.
You guys know who I'm talking about? Winnie Harlow?
No, I don't.
Is Winnie Harlow the one that has the like she's black and white, like she has one of those?
Yeah, Jamaican Canadian with that shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
She has vitiligo.
Vitiligo, so do I. So I know that's like, especially because mine is pronounced on my face and everything. Looked like my mom slapped the black off me when I was little. But yeah, I mean, those women, I'll say something but like you said, Anoki, yeah, and everybody, very towering, very imposing. And it's not that they're not feminine; they're very feminine, but it's like very raw the way it is with them. So, and I'm like kind of drawn to something like that.
Yeah,
It's not
New
like
York
the
City
women
is
in my
New York
culture.
City. Yeah, New York City is filled with these girls because the fashion industry and the modeling industry is big over there. You'll find that they're actually not what you think, right? A lot of them are goofy. A lot of them
I've met plenty.
probably got no attention when they were in high school because they were awkward and they didn't even know they were attractive like that until they got discovered. So you'll be
You
surprised
talking
that
about the
they're not
Sudanese chicks?
Yeah, the South Sudanese
Oh no, I'm
chicks.
talking about the models.
Oh my
All the
God.
models. It's the models.
Oh,
Wait, Jay,
oh
wait,
yeah.
wait. We're in a line. We're in a line. We're in a line. All right,
Oh,
Nimble,
Wagwan
you're
chick.
done, and then
Come on in.
Leon next up. Then you got it, Jay Moore. Okay, go ahead, Leon.
What up? What up? What up?
What's up with you?
So we talked about this before. America's biggest issue is that they don't want Africa to advance in any shape or form. Okay, Kamala Harris and that fat Atlanta lady went down to Africa. They
Why
they
you can't
they
call her by her name? Stacey Abrams, ma'am. That's it, sir, man. Sir, Stacey
oh
Abrams, sir. Thank you, and thank you, sir. Stacey Abrams.
Lizzo Abrams.
She actually heavier than Lizzo right now. She definitely heavy. Lizzo done lost a whole lot of weight, so yeah,
All
she
right,
definitely
let
heavier
me
than Lizzo
stop.
right
Let me
now.
stop.
Yeah.
Stacey Abrams. They went down to Africa. They gave them a sorry ass deal on top of women's rights, LGBT stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
civil rights for people. And Africa was like, nah, we good. We good. So if you want to save America, take the sanctions off Africa. Have them. Okay, I look under. I didn't look at Teslas. I'm just gonna keep it on it. Everything says it's made in China. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when you can literally pay a Chinese, this is not the real numbers, but if I pay a Chinese person $10, I can pay an African $1, and they can still
Mm-hmm.
advance their society. That means
You're
if I have
saying
them
make
make my
America be the
shops,
one to develop Africa and then make money off
yes.
the back end of developing Africa instead of letting the Chinese be the ones, which already beat you to it, but to beat you to it. But yeah, I get
Well,
what you're saying.
they haven't totally beat America to it. It was the Democrats' fault. Like
Mm-hmm.
you bring in so-called women rights, the women don't even really want it. You bring LGBTQ and they're like, nah, we good. We not on that right now. We're not there yet. I
Mm-hmm.
love the way that the president articulated himself. He says
They trying to talk this.
these are social problems that we're not there yet. We're still trying to
Mm-hmm.
develop. We're still trying to do this. We're focused on our population. And my son, bro, stop doing
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, so when it boils down to it, I think
Mm-hmm.
Republicans, if they were willing to go back to the table, I'm literally saying like a BYD truck is $30,000.
Mm. You talk about a
Okay,
BYD truck that should be like 65,000 is 30,000.
it's $30,000.
Yep.
So think about
Yep.
if I
Yep. Yep.
just literally had Africa make my shots, make my struts,
Tre-
make
Trell, I ain't even gonna read it out loud, but hysterical because I thought about it. I thought about the interview, well, the conversation when I read it. Read Trell's last comment and keep going, Leon. Keep going. Trell, stupid.
they have become
Because you did you see you know what he's talking about, right? You saw it too, right?
yes,
That
yes.
shit's
Where did you
hysterical.
get?
Don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud. Trell's stupid. You ain't gonna
I
get me
can't get
fucking
past
kicked off the platform, sir. Go
I,
ahead. Go ahead.
I can't get past the first line. But yeah, it's like clear as day. If we're allowed to do deals in Africa, I could literally we could all like have them make our damn shirts
Mm, yeah.
and bring them overseas and sell our shirts for damn $15 instead
But
of
you know what I think
35
the fear is?
$40.
The
Yeah,
fear
them
is
advancing.
yeah, exactly. But it's I think at the speed too. The speed
Oh yeah.
and remember, Africa is where the resources are. You're gonna put the factories where the resources are on top of that. Oh, well, man,
Yeah,
And
I
then you
understand.
imagine
I
they
understand.
start to develop a more European model of travel and honoring citizenship and all this other stuff. Man, it's a wrap. It's a
It's a
wrap, and
wrap.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
a wrap quick too. It's not gonna take them a century. It won't take them a century. It'll
Well,
be a
that's
wrap
why I'm saying.
in 15, 20 years, if even that long. In 15, 20 years, it'll be a wrap.
Well, why I'm saying
Yeah, but
that is because my parents work for the military. I got cousins in the Air Force, programmers. My stepdad was Northrop grooming for 20 plus years. My thing
Not the
is,
Roman. Yeah.
they can sit down and press one button and hack every airplane, every car, cut off their infrastructure. And that's what I'm saying when it comes to production of parts. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to have the program. They just make the steel, make the aluminum, the plastics, and call it a day. Who cares if they have a car, if they can build a car now? They still don't have the electronics to make it, what it needs to be.
Yeah, but that won't take them no time to develop.
I know. But when it boils down to it, what choice do you have? They're
Yeah, that's
still
the
gonna
I
question.
feel
develop.
like from
That's the
They're still
question.
gonna develop way slower with China because China's China doesn't like having a lot of overhead. They don't like going in debt, and they're conservative with their investments. And so it's
That's a
still a
fact.
slow crawl towards,
Yep.
advancing your society. And my
Hmm.
thing is, there's so many societies in Africa that are basically at the beginning, and they have more women than guys. I'll put the factories in those areas.
I feel like the calculus for why that's
After this, we
not
got Jay Moore. Go ahead, Billy. You go ahead.
such a big thing at the moment is two things: the infrastructure and the investment it would take in order to make tapping some of that labor, and then two, if you were to do that and build the base of expertise there. Honestly, if I were an African country and you move some of these advanced industries to my country and we actually get the expertise built up, I'm gonna nationalize that shit and I'm kicking you the fuck out.
It's okay. It's okay to nationalize stuff in Africa. As soon as
So
you
you
take
mean
it
low
away,
key? Wait, real quick, Leon. So you mean low key, kind of, sort of what China did? Kind of, sort of. They didn't kick them out, but they kind of like, hey, we're gonna do these deals with you where you got to partner up with one of our local companies, and we're gonna steal the technology from you, and then we're gonna slowly price you out the market by offering the same thing but cheaper. So it's not kicking you out, but it is running you out, kind of, sort of,
and I'll
ish.
go back to what I said
Yeah.
again. I'm not saying give them the chips, give them the programming. I'm talking about them building shocks, struts, parts, the steering wheel, not the chips, not the stuff that people care
Mm.
about. Just the
But you're
base
mining
parts of
some of the stuff
production.
for the chips in the country. That's
Yeah,
that. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
like, eventually, I think they just do a workaround. But I think in the interim, that's possible. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
in the beginning, definitely
Other
that's possible. Yeah, because the
otherwise,
parts for the chips is coming from the continent anyway.
yes, and otherwise you can just have China give them the production, which they're doing. They're building factories for them people, and if they're building vehicles that are $30,000
Yeah,
in
but
five
China's
years,
also building the Capitol building and having
yes,
microphones all over that bitch spying on them. That's a real
again,
story,
I was
by the way,
about to
y'all.
say that,
if
Mr.
if
Z. I
if
was about to
if
say that.
if China again, if China can sit down and build a vehicle for 30,000 in their country, if they give any of that labor to Africans, you're talking about a 22, $18,000 vehicle. like okay, it's like literally think about that. If they sit down, it's literally 1 to 10 for money from China to Africa.
Yeah. No,
If
well,
you
yeah, that's
give
true.
them that, it's a
Africa.
$15,000
No,
shark
you're right
truck.
about the labor cost because I was watching something about the labor cost in China obviously went up. You couldn't be paying these people 2 cents an hour forever, right? So yeah, and what that means is that it's actually cheaper in many ways to find labor and depending where in Mexico, that's another reason why Mexico is looking up right now. It's not only because of NAFTA, but it's also because in certain industries it's just cheaper to pay Mexicans and then they're right next door anyway.
Yes.
Excuse me. So yeah,
And
yeah. No, you're right.
that's what I'm saying. It's like how far do y'all want to go before y'all just lose? Instead of y'all acting like Africa is just gonna get along to get along, and they're just gonna be on point with each other. They're the slowest moving people because they have the best weather, they have the most everything. They don't move at the
Yeah,
pace of
bro.
Europeans.
But you could change that culturally in a matter of a few. You could change that culturally in a matter of a generation or two. If
And
you
don't
if
forget, Mrs. E, every time they try to do that changing stuff, so magically a coup happens. Every
oh
time when
yeah
they
yeah
start
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
their balls underneath them, next thing you know, a coup magically happens, and now you're
Hey,
going to be cut
bro,
up in pieces, and
we know about Lamuma. We know about what's his what? Who am I thinking about? Gaddafi. We know about. Yeah, we
yeah,
know. We know.
Gaddafi, yep.
We know. We
Go
know.
on,
Shit, all of a
Kabila.
sudden, Breaking
Yeah.
Bad type of situations happen.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah, look
own
at
people off
Nigeria.
you. The quote unquote rebels of your country off you.
No,
What
let's
a
be clear.
coinky
Look at the history of Nigeria, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Come on, they've been off in 50% of their population for the longest.
yeah.
It's like we
Oh,
like
excuse me.
I'm just saying it. I
Yeah.
think that's the only goal because if China has them produce anything for pennies to a Chinese penny, come on. You're talking
Yeah.
about a we haven't seen a $20,000, $30,000 SUV
You
since 1995.
you know
My
what's
dad was
crazy?
talking about this. His
There's only
Z71, his GMC Z71, he bought new in 2001 for 32 or 35,000.
you know what's crazy? You say there's only one car in America where all the trims of the car are under 20,000, and it's the Mitsubishi Mirage. The Mitsubishi Mirage
Exactly.
is the only car in America where all the trims of the car, which means you could get a fully loaded everything you can option with it, Mitsubishi Mirage for under 20. It's the only car in America that's like that. Everything else, from the Corolla to the Civic, all the cars you think that are cheap, Hyundai Accent, all of them, they might start off under 20, but the second you put two options on that bitch, 25.
Yeah.
24, 23, right? So yeah, the Mitsubishi. So yeah, you're right. You're right about the car prices. You're definitely right
Yeah.
about that shit.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
actually seriously, the Democrats went down there with Kamala and Fat Girl, and they destroyed their
Oh,
outcome.
the lady is actually somewhat politically talented. Yeah. Stacey Abrams to me, I actually never really talked negatively about her. I really think where she messed up is, yeah, she might be same sex loving, but lady, you need to come out here with a husband. I don't care what you and him are doing. Y'all can both be each other beard for all I care. You need to come out
Man,
here with a
Just don't
husband.
smile with
And
that gap
Man,
toothbrush.
I just
no. You need to
I look
lose weight, come out here with a husband, and pop out a kid,
w-
at least one kid, and your political
man,
career would be looking up. I'm just saying.
stop it.
and also
She'll
give
pop
no,
out with
and
a
also
white
she needs to
man.
give one of now she needs to give one of her brothers a goddamn college degree too, just to like
But yeah,
prove
yeah,
that
I
she
heard.
actually
Yeah,
is
no, I
changing
heard.
or something.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know. Well, no, I think one of them do got it, but he only make
They do
about
have
50,
a degree.
air quotes,
Then she
like
needs
50, 60. Yeah, yeah.
then she needs
Both
to
her
what's it
brothers went
called?
to
Make him make some money. Then something has to come out good
Yeah,
out of that shit. I don't know. In her whole
yeah.
family, if your own men in your family ain't doing shit, like ain't doing
I
well,
mean,
and
it's
you're
not
doing
doing
it
shit.
above thing,
They
then
just
nah.
average Americans. I mean, like if they're making 50, 60, that's literally average America right now. Actually, technically, it's a little bit above average for men in America. So yeah, just a smidge above average. So yeah, no, if you just a standard brother, but being a standard brother and yet two of your sisters, one of them is what, a surgeon or something, and then your other sister, I mean, excuse me, one of your sisters is like a surgeon or a doctor or something, and then the other one is Stacey Abrams, and I think they got one more who's what something else
He
that's
runs the
super great.
foundation.
So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
let me
And
make it
that's
more
what
Runs the
no,
simple.
that's what I'm
foundation.
saying. That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
wait,
How does that
people
compare to
wait,
their brothers?
real quick. Leon, land with that, and then we got to get Jay Moore. But go ahead, land with that. Yeah, land with that.
when I'm talking about parts, I'm talking
Leon
about
trying to
gaskets. I'm talking
out
about
long-winded Namer. Go ahead, Leon. Go ahead.
no, y'all killing me. Y'all killing me. I'm talking about gaskets. I'm talking about hoses. I'm
Hmm.
talking about levers. I'm talking about base parts
Hmm.
for fractions on the pennies. I don't care. Like if they can make a couch, great. They have cows all out there. Make my leather fucking couch. Let me get a
True.
$800 couch instead of a $5,000
Mm.
couch. I'm talking about realistic. I'm not talking about technology. I'm talking about stuff that they can
But
build their
you're talking about
environment a little
starting
better.
on the bottom, starting from the bottom of the manufacturer ladder. But once again, that's how China started. Now they got
Yep.
BYD.
Exactly. Then
Yeah.
we all
Yeah.
started off with fire.
Then we all
and
start off with
again,
fire. Now look at us.
China moves as one. Africa does not. Okay, I would literally
I
have
mean, like, yeah, you're
one
talking about
area.
54 countries, so yeah.
I will have one area making shocks. I will have another country 500 miles away making struts. Another country making hoses, and none of them would be in fucking agreement. And the story is they're not moving as one.
Yeah, but that's
So
not
I don't
guaranteed.
care.
Yeah, that's not guaranteed. I get what you're
I,
saying. But then you find Africa in the same position it is now, where every time they're like, you know what? What about an
you know,
Africa bow? What
well,
before they even get the
Yeah,
you
word
know what?
union out yet?
I'm
like
not talking to I'm
Leon.
not talking to black. I'm not talking to black guys. When I'm trying to talk to white people, bro. I'm not talking to you niggas.
Mm,
But
yeah.
Leon,
Go
you
ahead,
keep
J-Mo. Go
forgetting that
ahead.
little bit of white. You keep forgetting that little bit of white blood that's in you right now. You need to think like them. How are they gonna feel about this whole entire shit? You give these little niggas what? You made them learn how to make a wheel? What, you gonna let them learn how to make a nuke next? You out of your damn mind.
But they don't.
Hey,
I
That's
don't
what's
think.
really going on.
But here's the very important part. White
hey,
folks don't really have a choice right now for their own
yeah, that's
upliftment. White folks don't have a choice right now, but to work with someone to maintain themselves. Right? They're
yep.
white folks, especially I'm talking about Western European whites on over. You could add Eastern European whites if you want to, but Western European whites to Americans to Canadians to Australians done
No
played
choice.
themselves out of position. Yeah, they don't got a choice but to get team up with someone. Now they're trying to team up with each other, but
That don't mean
we'll
shit.
see. Yeah, exactly, and this is where America is trying to refocus back on itself because they didn't play themselves opposite. They spoiled themselves, especially concerning America. They had everything coming out of World War II, and they played themselves. Their hubris played them out. Excuse me. Their hubris made them play themselves out of position,
Yep.
and that's pretty much what Leon was saying.
Hey,
So yeah. But
and
go ahead, J-Mo. Go ahead.
Eisenhower warned them. I
Yep,
was just
yep,
saying, Eisenhower warned these people about
yep,
this shit already, and they were trying to move this thing along, but
yep.
no, they didn't listen. Now
In the
everything's back, like
1950s.
coming back
Yep.
for them.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Again,
And it's just like, yo,
again.
man, we already could have told you. Lincoln could have told you this shit before too. Either you move these niggas out, like your slaves all the way over there, we kill them all, or we gotta attach them all to the damn society or something, because that's the only way we're gonna move on. Like, these people do not care about the future at all. They don't even care about the kids' future
Well,
at
you have to
all.
think
So it's like,
those were silent generation savage motherfuckers that just say, "Hey,
Mhm.
we'll just drop a bomb on them," because we were still dropping bombs on Africa in the '90s. Okay, we were
Yeah.
still
true.
like I'm talking about full blown dropping bombs on them. The silent generation and the boomers, the real boomers, they were
Mhm.
savages. They didn't give a fuck about none of that. They were like, "Oh, we'll just drop a bomb on them."
And but remember, they also got to live it because they were still living in the memory of America with all the money in the world to just waste on bombs
Hmm.
frivolously, and the manufacturing process was different, so you could make bombs for $2 and just spit them shits out, dropping them all over the Middle East and in Africa. We in a whole different world right now, and with younger
Yes.
boomers, Xers, and millennials, we don't have the money and the time, right, to be spending. How much is a freaking tomahawk missile? 250,000, something stupid, 500,000. You don't have the money to be
Dude, we
spending
don't
them
even.
shits out now.
No, we don't even make screws to even screw this shit back into place at all anymore. Like, we're fucked. We don't even make screws anymore.
Yeah,
Like, dude,
yeah.
they threw away all of America's futures and potential roadways to even, like, keep white people on top if they wanted to do that for the next, like,
They threw it away
like a
for their
couple
own
thousand.
greed and to
Ego,
check
yeah, the
you. Yeah,
ego,
yep,
greed and
yep,
shit.
yep, yep, yep.
And I'm like, dude, at the end of the day, it's just like, yeah, you could easily, like, okay, you could rule the world as long as you can, but guess what? You're probably going to nuke it. And then at the end of the day, I'm still going to end up fucking your bitch later on. It's like all this shit, you're trying to avoid my dick and my prowess and my intelligence taking over. But you could have easily used this shit like, yeah, we fucked y'all
Let,
over
let
for
me let
like
me let me say
past
it in a
400
different way, Jay
years.
Moore. Let me say it in a different way for you because I get what you're saying. You were afraid of helping me because you were afraid that I was going to rise to your level and be able to and have fun with your daughter and maybe your wife. But unfortunately for you sabotaging me doesn't now. I don't get to quote unquote rise to your level, and that's still debatable. Now you got to fall to mine, and I still get to pipe your daughter and maybe your wife. Have fun.
Exactly.
Or I
Hashtag
should say
Exactly.
that
And
better.
I'm just,
conversion, bitch.
Your wife is no longer your wife, so I get to pipe your daughter, and who should have been your wife or would have been your wife.
yeah,
You're bad.
the community wife. She's a community wife now.
Hey, bro, bicycle.
Damn.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, bro. Hey, y'all seen those mopeds that are on the docks in whatever city you go to by the airport? You could rent the bike, or you could rent the e-bike, or the e-moped. Your wife, or who should have been your wife in a different world, if you would have moved and not sabotaged black men, but you couldn't help it
The
because
term
white
is
male insecurity.
the term is community
You know, at the
bicycle.
very least, they could have made
True.
that's true.
Community bicycle,
No,
exactly.
the other thing they could have done, was just like, hey man, yeah, we still want to be on top, but they should have made black people the goddamn Asian or the buffer class or something for the rest of the world. Like, gave us somebody to step on instead of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they with the Asians or something. But you didn't even do that. You can't even think, even like, and what can I do to help? Let them still work for me and think they're better than me, but they're still under me to a certain degree. Why didn't you just do this? Gave us the same package as the Asians, but no, you wanted to play this bullshit.
Can I say something?
Well, it's going to cost them.
Matt Turner.
Go ahead, Bruce on Wayne, and then we got better you, Bruce on Wayne, and then better you, and we'll just keep on going. But yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Jay Moore. Go ahead, Bruce on Wayne.
Like Serge Will Pete always say, America has the black people it deserves. Hashtag get carjacked, bitch.
Bro, when he say that,
Greatest words ever.
jarring, but it's so accurate. It's
like how
so
he says
accurate. You say what?
I like how he says it though.
Yeah. No, but it's needed. It's needed. It's needed. It's needed. That term right there, get carjacked, bitch. And once you find out what it means, it perfectly details American history concerning black people. And yeah, and I know there's white dudes over here with the mixed martial arts and their guns, and they all think they're gonna be straight. Listen, you're not the only ones that can snipe from a roof. Stop it. You're not the only ones taking mixed martial arts classes. Stop it. So yeah,
A
have
lot of
fun with
them
that.
have this. A lot of them have this. These for past few years, they've been talking about a societal collapse fantasy, and like they're the ones that are going to take over and shit.
Exactly. Yep. And listen, Naaman, you got to go all the way in there. They almost want it because they want to be able to snipe Negroes from roofs.
Snipe Negroes.
That's the roof.
Like
I mean, that's the
how-
fantasy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just like how the Koreans had to, when they were protecting their shops in '92 during the Watts riots, were sniping brothers from the
Exactly.
rooftops. And
That's what
everything.
I'm saying. Yep. That's the fantasy.
Not just
That's
that.
the
Some of them
fantasy.
also want to take, but nowadays you got drones and shit like that, other technologies. And if you look at most of them, none of them are built for this. A lot of them think they can handle it, but a lot of them out of shape.
Let me read this one right now. Let me read this one right now. And Vic says, and thank you for the super chat. Vic says, you're literally a city bike mama.
He right about that. And on top of that,
Hey, wait. It make it worse because I don't know if y'all ever seen it, but Citibank does have like city bikes. So when you said you're a city bike mama, I thought about the Citibank city bikes, which is just hysterical, right? Yeah.
Speaking of
Vic,
which,
that's hysterical. Wait. We're in a line. You got after better you. Go ahead, better you, and then you got to name it.
All right.
But go ahead, better you.
So
Hysterical,
I
Vic.
think the
Go
thing
ahead.
to keep in mind to Jay Moore's point earlier, as to why America treats black folks the way it does. I think you have to remember the same way Haiti has is Toussaint and they're revolutionaries. There's a lot of black folks like Matt Turner, Denmark, VC, and you can go on and on and on. Excuse me. And I think we underestimate white fear. They're scared to death
I agree.
of a
Dude,
black
they made a whole bunch
America
of super
that can
niggas.
look in their eye.
Yeah.
We are that race of Spartans.
Yeah.
Like if we give them the resources so they can get some numbers, are they really not gonna run it back? That's kind of how they think.
Hey, let me ask y'all something. When you said that just now, better you, has anyone checked out the channel? It has a bunch of shorts where they put all the different anime characters together, and it's like, was it
Death
Crash
Battle?
Out? Wait, say it again.
Death Battle?
No, it's not. Is it Death Battle? Where they're giving out? It's like they're giving out awards for different anime characters type thing. And then I gotta find it because I really wanted to put it in my community chat. So when you said are they really not gonna run it back? I thought about one of the characters saying "run it back, fuck nigga," but it's the way he said it. don't worry. I know I sound crazy right now. I'll put it in the
Oh,
community
you're
chat.
talking about
So
that.
y'all
You're
can.
talking about the JJK, like what he say, like fight back, nigga, fight. You know, like when they were jumping
It's
the
not that.
dude, right? That one.
It's not that one. It's not that. It's one where I don't watch that anime, but Brawly fights one of them. Goku fights one of them. And they have Luffy from One Piece is there, but he ain't fight nobody. Yeah,
Oh,
it's just a bunch
you
of
mean
anime
jump? You mean
characters.
Jump Force? The game
Thank
Jump
you,
Force?
Trell. No, thank you, Trell. It's that one. The
Mm.
Hood Anime Awards. Thank you, Trell. Thank you. That yeah, I don't watch the old damn
Oh,
series.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
bro, I'm telling you, I gotta check it out. But it's the way Better You just said. Are we sure they're not gonna run it back? That just triggered that in my mind. Yeah, but thank you, Trell. You know, thank you. Anyway, finish with that Better You, and then we'll get Neymar, and then we'll keep on going. And what's going on, Ben?
I was done.
What's going on, Z?
Okay, okay. All right, but yeah, goddamn Socrates, you left. We could have made this a whole little Haitian squad up here. But yeah, go go
Hey,
ahead,
don't
name it, and
leave
then
out
we'll have
Trump
Ben.
mentally.
All right.
But then again, you got to deal with one East African who will just like completely go left, but bring it back. And he's got to get in the weeds because we got to roll. Because I need a couple of joints to roll up like that smoke shit and just smoke. Better than Red Man. But like I said, like a lot of them have that, like these fantasies. But think about this, Z. The number of people with allergies has gone up, right? Just like the number of people who've been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which is childhood diabetes, has also gone up. And the average American youth or white male youth for that matter, as they're not what they used to be. Low T, and some of them like myself who are no different than me. Some of them got food allergies. They can't handle gluten. They can't handle lactose. Some guys, some kind of, can't eat this, can't eat that. So how are you supposed to conquer people when you can't handle that shit? On top of the fact that you can't stay out in the sun for far too long.
I mean, clothes and technology. There's different things that kind of fix that a little bit. But yeah, no, and different type of medicine or quote unquote remedies. But yeah.
I have to go.
Who's that trying to wait?
Mr.
Give me a
Z.
second. Who? Yeah, go ahead. Go.
I
Jump
was
in
gonna
that for
say,
2
like,
seconds,
what
Jay
this.
Moore, and then we got back Nemo. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, what this reminded me of, right? It's like when that one video, the one white dude said, I was working out for like 3 months straight to finally get like the body of a black man that just got out of bed. Right?
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Yep. I see
It was
that.
like, that's what
I
they
seen
are
that.
right now.
I seen that. But go ahead, Nemo. Go ahead.
I mean, a lot of them want to get the bodies like they just came out of lockup or some shit. Like, how a lot of those dudes doing the prison lifestyle workouts and things, thinking that'll help them and everything and fighting. I said, no. I mean, some of these guys are just Call of Duty heads, Most of them to be playing that or Fortnite or some shit like that. And I'm like, that's not going to prepare you for everything. Just because you guys are not, you know how these things.
KMS, before you talk, you got to read your whole title for everyone. Before you say it, you got to read your whole title. Finish up, Nemo. Go ahead.
I'm first of all, to Split Gem, by the way, it's a Split Gem 56. I'd like to thank you for the $4.99. They said, oh, hang on, I got to do this voice here, right?
Go ahead, Nemo. You holding up the process.
So I had to get some water. They became Jenny from Forrest Gump because there ain't enough Gumps out here. I mean, my mom always said, stupid is as stupid does. A life is a box of chocolate. You don't know what you're going to get. Go ahead.
Lived the most adventurous life in the world while being a slow kid. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Moving along. Go ahead, Ben, and then we got KMS. Go ahead. Bueller? All right. Go ahead, KMS. We'll get Ben whenever he's ready.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Z. I was just watching. I'm sure you mentioned several times before about the Jamaican dude. Man, that is just sad, man.
It was to me, but
and he is black, by the way, because the way the guys in the host, the way they mention it, he is black. He's not Trini. Some Trinis are
Indian Jamaican or something like that. Yeah.
The dude said he's just not American black. He said like the host gave him a little leeway out, saying like, oh, he must just consider himself like not American black. He could just see the difference. He knows what it is, like the difference. What he meant by black.
Watch this. Jay Moore, what's your race?
Oh, I'm black. Oh, you mean Jamaican?
There you go.
but I'm black.
That's all you have to say. There you go. That's it. Beginning end. Right? I didn't ask you about your ethnic background. I didn't ask you about your lineage. I said what's your race, and you answered it the right way the first time, and it didn't take you 5 minutes to figure it out either. This weirdo, I
Yeah.
don't know where the hell they producing these new Negroes, but black people sound. It's scaring me, to be honest with you.
Can
The
I
shit
add
scares
something to
me
this?
when I hear certain black people talk about race. I'm like, nigga, what you talking about?
And
Can
the other
I add
thing
something
See,
to
is,
that's
this?
why.
Because
Well,
my
what
go.
my
Milton said about
Wait,
the
my
wait, wait, wait,
race.
wait, wait, wait.
mother-in-law.
Wait, 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 wait. Land with that J Moore, and then you got to Leon. I promise you. But
All right.
we got to get KMS after that. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's short.
Go ahead, J Moore.
I was just, I was just saying, like, at the very least, what I do is like when they ask me about it, I'm like, yo, I'm not American black, but I'm black. But don't get it like I'm black. Don't like I try to like the way how I say is like I explain to them too is like, hey, I don't want to be a part of what's going on, like steal your reparations. I know what my people have done to y'all and while we're here and stuff. So I rather separate myself from so I can't be blamed. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I rather protect the black race here that was going on, and I don't want to be part of blackwashing other communities. So
Yeah,
that's why I kind of
yeah.
separate myself to a certain degree.
No, I think, especially in the black manosphere, brothers understand. Like when they hear me speak, if they hear you speak, especially what you just said, they know what an ally sound like. They know what somebody that's not going to be in the way or try to sabotage some shit sound like, or like Dirty Mac, ADOS, FBA folks sound like. So I don't think people have a problem with us, but it is those I I know black ass Negroes that turn around and then Dirty Mac ADOS at the same time, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. Jason says exotic niggas, like yeah. So it's really that. But go ahead, Leon. Go ahead.
I was gonna keep it short. So
Hmm.
my mother-in-law does not identify herself as black. She's from Jamaica. She has two houses in Jamaica. Um, her mother is Chinese
Hmm.
and Brahmin Indian. So
Okay.
she looks Chinese, but she's brown. She's light brown.
Hmm.
And the her children, she had 9 of them, and her husband was like he wasn't black, but he looked. We would consider him black, so just like Kamala Harris' dad.
I swear I was
And
gonna say Kamala. Go ahead.
yeah. So she doesn't identify as black, but the great grandchildren, the kids that are my wife's age
Hmm.
and younger, since they went to New York, they were first generation. Her mom went to uh, the 1965 Immigration Act. She was the first generation to come to America,
Okay.
and those were not black people. Like the white skinned mulatto looking Jamaicans and the Asians.
Hmm.
They're in that caste in that group, but none of them identify as black until like the 90s generation of children because they mixed more with
Mm.
black Jamaicans while they were in New York and
Yeah. Yeah.
Miami
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shit. So when it comes to it, I get where people coming from because I meet Jamaicans that straight up say I'm black, but they are black. They're darker than us. But the other people, they identify with the Indian, that North Indian, whatever it's called, the Chinese, the Hindu Indians, and all those
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So it is
Yeah.
a generational thing. And like I said, don't call my mother-in-law black.
She,
Don't do
so
it.
I know black, right? But
I-
let me read this real quick. Better You says, what did Uncle Ruckus say about them new ninjas? Don't trust them new ninjas
Don't
over
trust
there,
those
right?
niggas over
Over there,
there.
right? Like for real. So
Don't trust
go ahead,
them new niggas over there.
but go ahead, Kevin.
They don't do
Kevin,
nothing.
what's up with you?
Oh, hey guys. No, well, I can't, make the distinction like that. I'm unforgivably black. I'm just black. Big black, big black dude, bred in America. That's all I am. My parents were black.
Yeah.
They go back to a breeding farm. I'm just a big black dude. I'm just a big black nigga. That's all I am.
I'm
But
a
you
but
say
that
medium
being
Ruckus
size.
or
Understood.
I'm a
Breeders?
Understood.
I'm a I'm a
Why you
I'm a
doing this to
medium
me? You ain't
size
no black.
Black Haitian guy.
yeah,
That's
but
black.
He was a breeder. He's a breeder. His daddy was a
Oh yeah,
breeder.
definitely, definitely.
yeah, no, but
Yeah,
as far as the limitations by our Caucasian brothers, hey, they should have set up some
yeah,
breeding farms. They should just made
yeah.
some big old they should have made some big old white dudes. So there you go.
Still wouldn't be able to move the way we do, but fine.
Oh well, I mean, there's also the aspect of the fact that there's no such thing as a vacuum, and nature finds a way. So if you didn't give us the economical viability to challenge you, then we're going to have to challenge you another way. So, although your lady does not think I'm gonna give her any money, your lady knows I got swag and I'm cooler than you. So I mean, hey man, she
You know
can't be
that
my
chap
wife.
their
She's
ass.
my side piece.
You KMS, you know that.
See,
Yeah,
You
holding.
know, real quick. Do
I
you know they chap their ass because you don't have to come with the money, and if you come with the money, that's even worse. Their heart,
Yeah, but
their
I mean,
heart.
but hey, once it's all about trade offs. You know what chaps my ass? Not being able to get a loan for
Yeah, right.
capital for business.
Say that.
So, so,
Say that.
so I mean, I'd be a little less cooler if I could get money for businesses.
Say
But
that. Yeah.
since I can't, since I can't, I guess I'm gonna have to, moonwalk down the road and pipe your chick.
No, you gotta be like Dave Chappelle. You gotta learn how to entertain these white folks.
Swag.
You're-
Yeah, this is where swag comes in. This is where charisma comes in. This is where personality comes in. There's general pleasant to be around black men in particular comes in, and maybe y'all wouldn't have to worry about these men that are able to pull women with intangibles if we had the tangibles.
Life's about
You know?
trade-offs.
Hey,
Hey,
I don't agree with a lot. I don't agree with most of Thomas Sowell's statements, but that one
mhm.
he hit the nail right on the head. Life's about trade-offs.
Yep. Yep.
Well, can't deny that. Or as Snowman would say,
Better you
find
says
the
keep
lie.
that real quick. Better you says keep that BBC away from my sweet Beatrice. For real.
Fine.
That's
No,
really what it
by the
is.
way,
I have no problem with that. Give me this low interest business loan.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
and
So,
by the
but
way,
you know what's really funny about
if wait, real quick, and then you got it, Jay Moore, and then whoever that was trying to say something.
I'll be after
But
Jim.
that was me.
here's the fear. They're afraid in KMS if they give you the low interest business loan that maybe you won't be chasing after Beatrice, but Beatrice will be chasing after you,
Ooh.
Yeah.
and she gonna take that tall, dark, and handsome literally.
Once again, they should have read their history. They should have had some breeding farms for themselves. I can't help the fact that I'm a big black buck that's smart and intelligent and capable, and now has a business loan. So
There you go.
there you go.
Yeah.
don't forget to add in that you bred too.
It's better use laugh in the background. That'd be fucking.
Yeah.
By the way, better
Yeah.
you do that shit all the time. You unmute just to laugh, and then that shit make me want to laugh. So I gotta
To
stop
the
myself from laughing while y'all talking. Go ahead. Go ahead.
to the big back black buck, I'm taking you to Atlanta. We're gonna open a business, and we're gonna have a 50-year-old to 80-year-old women come through to see you, and I'm only gonna take 20%.
That's fair. That's a good agent. That's an agent fee.
Agent down in Brazil.
That's fine. That's fine. That's no problem.
Look, we're not
And
going
you
down
know what's really
this road of think tank again today before y'all trigger Jay Moore. We ain't going down this road today. Not that road
By
today.
the way, by the way, Mr. Z, I think the new
hey,
numbers
hey,
on
hey! You know I got brilliant ideas out here, Mr. Z.
Right? But
I
go
mean,
ahead,
that,
Ben. Is
I
that you in the
came out with that
background,
cruise,
or is
man.
that
That cruise.
The
bro,
cruise.
that
The
cruise? I'm saying,
cruise. The
or is that
cruise.
I'm getting my Haitians mixed up. Is that you, Bruce Onwin? Is that you, Ben?
Ben.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I think the new numbers are in. I think the interracial marriage rate increased for
Oh, it
black
did.
men marrying outside.
Oh yeah, no, it did. It did. It's close to a quarter, if not a quarter, right now. Of when you control for married black men, yeah, it's about a quarter, about 25-ish%, something like that. Which with black women, hey man, there's a point that you get where there's no reverse. We almost there. Once we start getting to a third of black men, it's a done deal. It's
Man, leave
done.
the
That's
hoes
done.
alone, man.
It's 1 in
That's done.
5, I believe now. So
Yeah. No, it's over 20%. Yeah, 1 in 5 is 20. It's over 20%. It's closer. I remember it being 21%, and I think in recent years it went up to like maybe 24-ish, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But yeah. That's once you get to a third, it's done. That gets locked in. It's gonna get locked in after a third. Really,
Well,
Hey,
I
yo,
honestly
Mr.
think it's
Z.
locked in now, to tell you the truth. But yeah, go ahead.
as
Yo,
always,
Mr. Z.
man,
You know
leave the
what's?
hoes alone.
Oh,
If they don't want to comfort themselves, they don't want to behave themselves, just leave them alone. If black men are hell bent on getting married and these Cheerios don't want to act right, just leave them alone. Hey,
KMS in the
yo,
comments acting a fool. Go ahead, finish up with that, Bruce Wayne.
yeah. No dealings, no forcing them, no shaming them, no explaining to them. No, just carry your behind on the other side. Who wants you? Okay, if she's white, oh well. If she's Hispanic, oh well. If she's Chinese or Asian, oh well. If she's Middle Eastern, like, hey, what can I do? You do what you gotta do. Push
True.
your genetic legacy further down the road or down the line.
No, I
Okay,
agree.
don't worry about quiches.
I think I fall in line with attorney Dennis Sperling, which is I would prefer I would prefer black women be your first choice. So even if it's not ADOS, some type of black diaspora, but I'm never gonna like peen police, right? So I'm in alignment with attorney Dennis Sperling, right? Where any
What,
type of Afro Latina from the continent, black from the Caribbean, something like that, yeah, yeah.
but in Africa they are not very different from American women. I've heard them speaking. Hey, trust me,
They
you're not ready for this reality check.
they're inching this way. You're right. No pun intended, but they're not here yet. They ain't this yet. Jesus, this is a whole American and Americanized. Oh,
You
this
can
is a
leave her in
whole
the
different ball
village.
game. Yeah,
West African
And don't
ones, they're more
You
talk
can
about
still leave her in the village,
more
bro.
European though.
yeah. No, I agree
Go
with
ahead.
Jay
let me
Moore
tell you
when he
right
said
now.
that you just need one from the village or like how we say it Bruce and Wayne ubezwa munandeo
Yes.
ubezwa mun yeah yeah
Yo,
yeah.
Hey,
get a
For those of
black,
you,
wait,
get a
wait, wait,
black.
wait. Let,
wait
let
wait
me
wait
let,
wait
let, let,
y'all real
let me
quick.
finish it.
Let me say that for you, Bruce. So what I just said to Bruce when I said "ubezo amun ondeo," which means like you need a person out there. You need somebody. And when
A
we say
village
that
girl.
in Creole, the
Ubazwan
literal
on
translation
Dale.
is out. Ondeo means outside, but
On Dale.
that's the literal translation. But what we really mean is someone that don't know nothing, someone out there, someone in the
Wait,
mountains, somewhere. Yeah, that's
A
that's
village
the
You're
girl.
that's
talking
the most
about
yeah
no, I can say
colloquially.
Umfumfu
it's
from
umfufu.
Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
exactly. That's literally what we say. It's
Umfufu.
really on fufu. Exactly. That's what we're really saying. But go ahead, Bruce Wayne, finish up.
But I'm here to
Hmm.
tell you right now.
Hmm.
Them Haitians women, they are no different from the American quiches. If you know what
Yep.
I mean. They are no
Yeah,
Yep.
the
different.
Yep.
ones
Yep.
here.
Yep.
I've seen how they behave. I've listened
Yeah.
to them talk. They are not that different,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, they're
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Don't
Americanized. Once they
don't
get
go,
here, they're
don't go down
Americanized.
don't go down there and think you won't get a better deal. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
you. You're gonna get your ass
Yeah.
chopped off.
Whatever you do.
Is that literally or figuratively?
Oh, but no.
Both.
More figuratively, but maybe literally. This is what I'll say. Haitian women, if you get you a good one, you got you a really, really loyal. You got you a super good one. If you got you a good one, you got you a good one. But make sure she ain't put that in the spaghetti.
Make sure her
That's not.
brother don't live in town. He might chop your legs off and eat your liver.
Thank you,
And
Bezo
she was,
Munonde. Thank you,
I'm
Indigo, for spelling
Jamaican.
them correctly for me.
Mr. Z, you're gonna cover the I can't pay my
Mhm.
mortgage skits, right?
Look, man, I'm slowly working through some of these. I still owe Chief Rocker a video from over a month ago. Um, who else? Buckeye fan a video from a live from goddamn at least 4 months ago, 3, 4 months ago. Um, I did the one for Trail. I need to do a live for Compassionate. We need to go over the Paul memo / neoliberalism. Yeah, so I'm working through, but the Chief Rocker's live stream and maybe Buckeye fan should be coming up this week. End of this week, maybe this weekend. So we'll see. But yeah, the somebody need to help me pay my mortgage. Put it on the list. We would just put it on the list. It's in the list. It's in the list.
See,
Yeah.
when
Go
you
ahead.
do the power menu, power memo,
Uh-huh.
make sure you post that one in advance because I
Oh yeah, no,
I
that's
went
gonna be
back
that's
and
gonna be a
reread
panel.
it.
That's gonna be a panel afterward
Oh,
after my monologue. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh.
gonna do that by myself. I'm gonna like how I usually do with weekends. I'm gonna do my monologue, and it's gonna be a because I know Black Uru gonna want to get on that. I know BGS gonna want to get in on that. Yeah, we that's
Yeah.
probably gonna be a few hour long stream. That's why
All right.
I'm going to try to take the day off for that one because I don't even want to be interrupted or any type of y'all already know how we do. But yeah, yeah, that's gonna be
Okay.
a real ass stream.
Well, besoin
Yeah.
mon en dehors. Okay, all right.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's how it's
Yeah.
pronounced. Okay. Well, besoin mon de, because when I
Mhm.
hear you say things like that, like you said, be careful about what she puts in your spaghetti, and Eritreans
Yeah.
and Ethiopians, because we were Italian colony, we know about our spaghetti. We're like, what is that smell? What is that smell? What did you put in it? What you put in there? What
But
is
no,
that?
yeah. It's the thing, it's the Caribbean women are a bit different. But yeah, no, if
Addictive.
you get you a good one, it's just like women in general. You get you a good one, you got you a good one. And if you don't, well,
You know what?
Might
I
got a
hope
I
you.
just thought
machete
of
in your
something.
back.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
bro, if you
I
don't
just thought
got
of
you a
something.
good one, especially in America, I hope you got lube because her and the white state about to, bend
Yeah,
you over,
the
and
cream.
it's gonna be, it's
One
not
thing
gonna
I
be
just want
pretty.
to
Hey,
mention,
man.
just one thing, one quick thing,
Mhm.
because like when I hear fellas talking, when I hear like what do we call the Daily Rapper crew, like when them chicks saying that I'd rather date a Jamaican or a Haitian dude. First of all, you understand, it's also like there's like a power dynamic on that, like as if they could like entice the dude with control by like with a threat of calling ice on the asses or whatnot. And I'm like, and fellas should not be around them, because you remember Rihanna had a song called "Man Down," where she talked about she took out a dude.
Do I remember that song? I don't think I know that song. I
Yeah,
don't think I know
yeah.
that
It's
one.
Man. No, you definitely heard it, Mrs. Z. It's like
Man
Let me
Down.
look it
it's
up.
like man down, yeah, man down. Or something I can't remember how. I can hear it. She was singing that song about her, like I just killed the dude or some shit. Like it's basically like I just kissed a girl and I like it, but it was like I just killed the dude and I like it type of song.
It's a remix of I forgot what the
Oh
song.
yeah. It's the remix of the Jamaican
That's
joint. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. I
Y'all
heard
gotta
it before.
remember
Yeah.
that shit.
Yep.
Keep that in mind, fellas. But anyway, go ahead.
Can I ask
Mhm.
you and Bruce an unrelated question real quick?
Go ahead.
Like, I've noticed we kind of had some similar sayings in
Mhm.
Gullah culture, like the spaghetti and everything is one I've heard all the time. But my granddad always used to say, like, if you're gonna go out there creeping with young girls, make sure they never take your underwear. Did y'all have a saying like that?
Yes, we do.
That, yeah. You got
Yeah, we do. We do.
you gonna have to ask Ben and Bruce on Wayne for that one. They're more
That
they're more in there than I am. Go ahead, Bruce.
that underwear thing is a real thing.
Mhm.
Till this day. Till this day.
Wait, say
When
that.
it comes
Wait,
now
say it again about the underwear. I didn't hear that. My phone
the
cut off. What did you
underwear
say?
thing. The underwear thing is a real thing. Till this day. Well,
I
So
can
she
say
comes she
let
comes
me break
over.
that down for Jay Moore. Real quick. Jay Moore wanted to know the phrase is like, if you go creep out there with a girl, make sure she don't take your underwear. So go ahead
That's
with
a
that,
real
Take your
thing.
Bruce on
drawers.
Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a real thing. And
Mhm.
don't let her get your underwear. Don't let her get that condom with that juice. Oh,
Or leave
player,
her
you
panties
fuck around
there.
like that? Oh,
Or
they
don't
gonna
let her
get you.
leave her panties there either. Don't let her
Oh,
leave that shit there
something
either.
something in
And
Haitian culture too. If let's say your in-laws, if you go to your in-laws house and nice beautiful yard, trees in the front yard, and you married a daughter and one of those trees is missing, she got your the mom did something. Mother-in-law did something for her daughter to meet a man and he can't leave. Right?
yep,
He can't
yeah.
leave, and so the tree chop is the oh yeah she got him. He ain't going nowhere. Tree chop. It's all type
yep.
of weird. Trust me, we got all type of weird stuff going in Haitian culture where you like, what? What does that's what that mean? It be sounding so out there. Yeah, that's what that means.
Yeah,
See, that's when you gotta lead them out to. That's when you gotta, what was it called? Be a true man out
Destro
of, in
killed me.
those
He
islands
said
and
jit
shit.
juice.
Yup. Look, you gotta let her walk away.
He said jit juice.
They really.
Hey, that might be the first time I laugh like that online. That is hysterical.
What?
Not jit juice. Jit. Okay, jit is a term we use in Florida. Juvenile in training. It just mean kid. We say jit. Yeah, we just mean kid. And the face said jit juice. Oh man,
it's
I
real.
almost
It's
fucking
real.
laughed tears. That's hysterical.
It's real, man.
That's
Man,
hysterical.
I'm just glad I grew up in the Middle East where this
You let
quiet
your mate
shit.
just behind and she
Right.
finds it. Oh, player, you're in trouble.
Oh man, that killed me.
I mean,
That's
by the way,
hysterical.
You know what's
that steal your
funny?
drawers, yo,
Mhm,
that the
mhm,
whole steal your drawers thing.
mhm, mhm.
That's a universal thing. I'll tell you that in parts of the world they'll leave their panties there and take your drawers. I've had players tell me some shit about, they got with African chicks while they were like in other parts of the world for university and shit. And when they hooked up with them, the chick, especially the thick girls, they leave their panties there and they'd be stealing your drawers. Like, what the fuck? This is some wild shit.
Dude, I found my ex-girlfriend's panties like 5 years later in my in one of my drawers, like underneath the drawer and shit. Like I found my ex-girlfriend's panties like 5 years later. I was like, what the fuck? Why is it here? Where did this come from? And it's funny because I remember these. I'm like, isn't this my ex's underwear? Why the fuck is this here? Then she took my shirt.
Let me read this real quick because I never knew this. So Saint Cyr putting this on game, and Saint Cyr says, juvenile in training derived from jitterbug. As much as y'all don't want to admit, Florida has southern influence, especially y'all down south. That's some southern ass lingo. I did not know jit came from because I know juvenile in training clearly, but the jitterbug, I did not know that.
The jitterbug? That's a type of dance.
The dance. The dance.
No. But jitterbug.
Yo, you had to be in shape for that one.
No. Jitterbug. I also colloquially meant kid too. Yeah. Jitterbug means child or kid also. Growing up, that I heard that a few times. Growing up, I didn't hear it as much, but jitterbug always meant like kid also. So yeah.
Wait a minute, is that also where the name Junebug comes from as well?
Yeah. Well, no, Junebug, I don't. No, not that I know. Yeah.
Because I've heard that name.
See, Destro's saying this right here. Destro's saying, "Yep, jitterbug is another term for young person." Yeah. See, that's what I was. Yeah. I remember hearing that when I was younger.
I remember like Southern whites, they sometimes refer to a kid like Shutterbug or something like that. Someone they know really close.
No,
it's like a
that's crazy.
But
Gil Gabby said Haiti is 99% Christian, but 100%
wait. I got it. I got the voice. I got the voice. Okay, Mr. Z, you keep messing up. Leave that alone, okay? Like Gil Gabby keeps saying, Haiti is 99% Christian, but 100% voodoo. Danny Lafayette, Haitian writer, once said that. Amazing. And Haiti's not the only place we got voodoo. Haiti's not the only place you got voodoo.
Wait. We know that, but wait. Nema, if you keep on doing Gil Gabby ain't never gonna come up no more because he'll be like, ain't no point. I'm gonna just put the comments in there. Nema gonna say this because sound like me.
No. Come on. Gil Gabby is not going to be afraid because he trusts his brother. Nema is his brother. But there's a reason he calls him cousin Screwy sometimes because the East Africans are screwy. That's why the Congolese need the madness there. They're not built for the madness. But then again, we still need the Congolese because they built a different way.
Let me read this from a split gym because I'm gonna have to end on it a little bit, you guys. But remember, today's not gonna be as long as it usually is. And a split gym says if the civil rights movement did not show Black people with a healthy image, it may not have gained traction worldwide. I have to say yes because I don't know, but clearly that's what happened. I think let me put it this way. I think ADOS positive imagery definitely helped to kick off Black people globally seeing themselves differently. Right? Because if you really think about it, outside of Jamaicans and mainly Black Americans, Western Blacks, I mean okay, let me put it. And this is a question for the other African and African descent brothers in the comments and whoever might be on the panel. Do Africans see themselves as cool?
No,
do they see themselves as
really.
cool in the grand scheme of not just the Black diaspora, but in on the planet? Or do they see Black Americans and Jamaicans and whatnot and Western Blacks as cool, and then they're imitating the cool? Right?
No, not really, because we do.
They're copying us.
You guys influence us.
Yeah. Say that again.
Go ahead.
Say that again, Never?
You said Jay.
I said they're copying us.
No,
oh,
they're copying. Okay. So okay. Jay Moore says they're copying us. And Neymar, what did you say?
I said in a way we do emulate you guys because you guys influence us. I mean, I'm gonna give you two examples, Z. Take music from the 60s. In Nigeria, you have Afrobeat. In Ethiopia, you had Ethio jazz. Both were influenced by American jazz. Oh, can you put up Gil Gami's quote for a minute, please?
Yeah, because it's hysterical. Go ahead.
Yes. Brother Screwy, you stole my voice ID. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. But
It's hysterical.
Trust says swagger like us. Oh, yeah, sorry,
Swagger,
I'm
the
gonna take
song, the
swagger like
song,
us.
right.
Mr. Z, we
Now,
gotta
by
stop
the way,
Naaman from
Toya,
talking.
now I gotta go
He
listen
going
to the song.
long-winded.
Now wait, now I gotta listen to both the original, and the joint with Jay-Z and T.I. in them. Yeah.
No one on the gonna have swagger like us, swagger
Yeah.
like us, swagger
Which was
like us.
which was a dope. I love the original, and then when Jay-Z and them came out with the joint, I was like, okay, well, yeah. So
I just hope Beyonce wasn't it
all I
because
want
you
to
hear.
do is go ahead. Now I got this song stuck in my mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said, I just hope you don't. The remix didn't have Beyonce in it because Jay-Z would have been like, "You ready, B? Yeah, come on, let's get him, But he
You gotta
sounds
work
like
on your
he's scared he's
Jay-Z
gonna lose
voice.
it and
That's the
shit.
one. That's the you gotta work on your Jay-Z voice. Every other voice is on point. The
No,
Jay-Z voice.
I'll tell you who did the best impression of it. It was Dean Edwards.
I
'Cause he
thought
said,
Ari
like, you ever
Spears.
listen?
I swore you would have said Ari Spears, but I guess yeah.
No, Dean Edwards did it better because he said like, if you ever listen to Jay-Z, he always sounds like he's about to lose Beyonce and shit. And every time because you ready, B? Huh? I get it. I don't know. I got it. But anyway, Jay Farrow was better as well. Jay Farrow was dope with that shit.
Oh man.
But
But yeah, so
you got to
all
check
right.
out the Mad TV with DMX and Ari Spears as his mama.
Did I ever see that? I don't think so. I think you got me on that one. I don't think I ever saw that.
Oh, you got to check that out.
But let's continue it on this train, and then I gotta end out in a couple minutes. So that's why. Okay. So that's a real question. So and for all the African brothers in the comments, because that's an actual really interesting comment that a Split Jim put here. Because I think if you look at the civil rights movement, you look at the brothers in the suits, you look at them marching and protesting, you look at them and their comportment, the cool. If we keep on going to Black Panthers, you look at the cool and the black leather jackets and the Kango hats with the dark shades. Like it was respectable, and then it was cool, and then it was revolutionary with the guns. And you look at Malcolm with the freaking shotgun, and it's just cool, but it's revolutionary at the same time. You look at Martin with Coretta when she's giving him a kiss on the cheek. Like it's just a bunch of cool stuff going on.
Huey
And
P.
obviously,
Huey
it's
P.
fighting
Newton with the stool.
Yeah, with the straw stool, right?
With the straw chair.
With the chair.
Straw chair.
Yeah. That's the one I'm talking about.
Spears.
Yeah, exactly. So all of that is revolutionary. Be very clear, but it's also cool. Yeah.
It was iconic.
We make
not to mention if you
revolutionary
go
shit
back,
look good.
It was also
Yep.
iconic because let's not forget, on the other side, you had independence movements going on in Africa at the time in the 50s and 60s. Because remember, we were getting independences at that time. Remember, and a lot of us were emulating hairstyles as well as dressing in suits, just like a lot of y'all were. And then, like in the 70s, the afros and the sideburns were also coming out. But at the same time, Afro Americans, they were also trying to reclaim their African heritage. Because remember, as much as Africans were being influenced by Caribbean and Afro American culture, y'all were taking stuff from us because y'all were trying to reclaim your identity and trying to get back to Africa. That's why where do you think the dashikis were coming from? The kente cloth, the African.
Don't forget the medallions. Yeah, those medallions.
So we were getting from one another. Someone was getting something from another. Just like you had so many Africans coming to the U.S. in the 60s and 70s, and some of the Afro Americans were like interacting with them and trying to learn about other places, and we're like trying to find out.
Shout out to dashikis with Jordans on.
Yeah, and learning about each other's cultures and whatnot. In fact, even intermarrying. Shout out to the memory of Nipsey Hussle, for example.
I hope he never copied the bull nose ring.
No, he never. Yeah, the bull nose ring is found in certain cultures, but if you go to like eastern parts, like parts of the Congo, along the Nile River, or in parts of Ethiopia, you got folks who got the discs in their lower lips and such. Nobody's
yeah.
And those are Nilotic tribes, who are like, you don't see people with like the Maasais with their ears stretched out and they have earrings and such. Of course, now people getting gauges in their ears the past 20 years.
And I just want to read this one more time because I'm about to end out in a minute, you guys. Let me read this one more time because when Vic said this, it was hysterical. And Vic, once again, thank you for the super chat. And Vic said, "You're literally a city bike mama." there. And when you said "mama," I thought about Currency saying it for some reason, because the way he said with that Louisiana, accent. But even though he says Currency speaks real slow, but he smokes so damn much, right? Real slow. So I'm just thinking about him saying it on a song, but it's you literally a city bike mama, like a city bike mama. But yeah, it's hysterical. And
Actually, it sounds better if it was Richard Pryor.
but yeah,
No,
that's
no.
true with the
What's the name of that song?
huh,
Like it's some mama, mama, mama. You know that I think it's
huh.
made by the same dude that you just said. I think it was something
Currency.
like I got the fuck. I think it was made by the same dude. Or no, not
Huh,
conceded. What was the name? Start with a C.
huh.
I think he's from New York. Not conceded. Is it conceded?
No, conceited. No, conceited is the battle rapper.
Maybe
Oh, then
Capone
it was the
from
other.
CNN.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's the dude that was like threatening like the what's it called, Hollywood or the industry about like, hey, if you guys don't do this shit, I'm gonna teach everybody how to audit you.
Hmm?
Was it? Was it?
Did he?
No, it wasn't Lupe. It was somebody. I'm gonna show. I'm
So it's
gonna
a
find the song.
consequence.
I'm gonna give it to you
Consequence.
later. I think so. It's
Was
some.
it
It's like a.
Common?
What's it
I'm
called?
about to look it up right now
It
for
was like
you.
a. It was like a
I'm about to look it up.
'90s, type of bop type of thing. Hip hop type of thing. Oh, mama,
Give me
mama.
some. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We're checking right now. Oh crap! Wait a minute. You
Why
know
does
what?
it
Yeah,
sound like
I
maybe
think
instead
Toya's
of
right.
New
I
York,
think
maybe
Toya's right.
Philly? Because it
Mhm.
sounds maybe like what's his name, Pete Rock, no, Petey Crack from the State Property or something like that. The way he's saying it,
Mm.
or somebody from State Property, maybe. That's what it sounds like.
You know what? Let me just roundabout
Mm.
say I think every like black person from every different parts of this country and other places that say that damn line so well, and it will come out just as powerful. Then let's put it like that. Then
Trust has consequences.
oh, mama, God damn, like now it's stuck in my head. I know it and I can hear it. Now it's gone, man. Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
find
putting
it
in the
out. It
back chat.
probably is
I'm putting you what
consequence.
I'm putting in the back chat for you right now. What I found. Yeah. Well, give me a
Thank
second.
you.
Give me a second. There you go. See if
So,
this is
like I
what you're
said
talking
earlier,
about.
we all influence one another one way or another.
No, that's
You
true.
know, like
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
don't forget,
like
like all
what
of our music at the end of the day is of African descent. Like all of our music is from technically Africa originally. If we just like change it up.
let me give you a prime example. Talib Kweli said this about, guys his generation, 70s, 70s Gen Xers. A lot of them were given African
Mm.
names or Arabic and African, like Muslim West African names. Like his name was Talib, which means from the Arab word for student or seeker of knowledge. How many brothers got the names like Jamal, Jahidi,
Mm.
like the basketball player Jahidi White, guys getting named Hakeem and shit like that,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless they're
All
that
right, you
that
guys.
eventually convert
came
to Islam.
later. That came later, but yeah, Mr. Z, you
No,
gotta go.
70s.
Let me do this, y'all. We gotta pause because Mr. C got things to do. Right? Can't make this a whole reckless stream today. Okay.
He's
Man,
got to
Mr.
stop
Z,
by the
fuck your
drive-through.
job.
Right? I know you ain't talking. Leon's probably like the only person up there with me in these hours, bro. These hours is crazy. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, y'all, because yeah, my diet going to crap.
Chicken
Yeah,
strings.
there's just yeah. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. We trying to maneuver through some things. We'll see. All right, y'all. So we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Black Root's probably preoccupied. So
Probably got a
there's no benediction today, but we will
He
pause
probably
right
got a
here.
pot. He
not
probably
the
got a
not
pot
the
pie in the
tomatoes,
future.
Destro. Exactly right. Well, not the tomatoes. But we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease as I duck the tomatoes from Destro. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, and yeah, man.
Paging Mr.
Y'all have a
Sandman
great,
from
great
Apollo. Sweep him out.
rest of right. Exactly. I'm trying to duck the tomatoes, and I'm not trying to get grabbed by the goddamn. Was it Kane? So
Yeah, the
yeah.
K.
Better you said MF Doom. Was it MF Doom for the song? I'll check after the stream. But yeah. So we'll pause right there, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Skirt. All right, Mr. Z out.
Woo!